You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Well, now on Fox 17 News This Morning, it's been 1 full year since a helicopter collision took the lives of 9 U.S. Army soldiers. We've got more on how they're being remembered and honored to this very day. A man has been arrested after police say he shot another driver. This was all because of road rage. We'll tell you where.
Coming up in a few minutes, I'll tell you about a vote at the Capitol that will change how Tennessee State University is governed.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you for joining us here on Fox 17 News This Morning just after 4 a.m. Congratulations, you made it to Friday. I'm Justin McFarland. Well, today does mark 1 full year since that deadly helicopter collision that killed 9 U.S. Army soldiers that were based at Fort Campbell. Now, these soldiers were from the 101st Airborne Division that were taking part in a nighttime training exercise in Trigg County, Kentucky. That is when their Black Hawk helicopter collided, killing everyone on board. Yesterday, Fort Campbell unveiled a memorial for those fallen soldiers, honoring them with a dedication ceremony. The families of these soldiers laid roses at the foot of that particular memorial. Well, let's take you now to the state capitol. That is where members of the Tennessee House of Representatives followed their colleagues over in the Senate, passing a bill that would empty every single seat of the Tennessee State University Board of Trustees. And hours later, Governor Bill Lee signed that bill into law and then appointed a brand new board. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar live this morning with all the drama from the state capitol and reaction from lawmakers.
Good morning, Justin. Governor Bill Lee quickly appointed 8 out of the 10 board members following yesterday's vote behind me here at the Capitol. Some lawmakers were outraged and others not so much. This comes after the House GOP supermajority struck a deal to keep 3 out of the 10 board members. Yesterday, Republicans argued replacing the entire board needed to happen after an audit for TSU's performance and financial issues. House Democrats suggested the vote is to get revenge on the board, previously refusing to oust the outgoing TSU president, Glenda Glover. Listen to what 2 lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have to say.
The optics of this today are awful. If you can't look at this and see that the optics of what you're doing today is awful, you need to take your blinders off.
Extended grace, extended grace, extended grace. If there was any other institution who had this measure of issues and mishandling and mismanagement, the state of Tennessee would demand that we've done something.
Coming up in a half hour, you'll hear from TSU's Student Government Association president with reaction. Reporting live in front of the Capitol, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
4:03 our time, taking a look at your forecast. We made it to Friday, and now we've got the weekend ahead of us. Maybe for some of you, an extra day off here or there on either side of it. We got Easter on Sunday. So what are we working our way into? Our last morning in the 30s, right side of your screen, 30s and 40s, and then we're done. We shut that off. We go to 50s and 60s overnight, starting tonight into tomorrow. Back into the 70s later today. Really, the turning point is once the sun comes up, all the cool feelings we've had the last few days are gone. Nearly perfect for the weekend. No rain. All clear when it comes to any possible code red weather. 41 right now in Nashville. Outlying areas, though, are sitting in the 30s, so a few more hometown temps for you. You can see 39 in Lebanon and also in Gallatin, 37 degrees in Columbia, 34 down in Tullahoma. Some areas out to the plateau have the possibility of seeing a little bit of patchy frost this morning, but no advisories or no watches, warnings, any of that like yesterday morning. We're not going to be quite as cold across the board. Taking a look, lunchtime, what are you getting into? Well, sunshine out the window once again. 63 degrees at 11 o'clock, 67 degrees at noon, 69 at 1 p.m. Here is your 7-day forecast, and the first 3 days couldn't get much better. Today, 72 this afternoon, 79 degrees for your Saturday. 80 degrees on Easter Sunday. We're waking up with temperatures right near 60 degrees. The daylight hours of Monday are looking dry, but rain does move in Monday night into Tuesday in the form of thunderstorms as well, and a few of those could be on the stronger side. We'll talk about our potential for severe weather coming up in your Code Red forecast.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get you out to I-40 at Spence Lane, just east of downtown. As you can see there, traffic moving along very nicely. No big problems in either direction there as you get out and about this morning. And that is certainly great news. If there is anything that pops up, we'll be sure to let you know. But right now, if you need to get out the door, if you're the first person that opens up the building in the morning, you're doing really well. In Operation Crime and Justice, Metro Police have now arrested a man in Antioch who is charged with a violent road rage shooting. Now, police say that this man right here, he is 22-year-old David Bush, shot the driver of a car that cut him off in traffic on Murfreesboro Pike. That driver was shot in the head and taken to the hospital. He's in stable condition right now. Police have charged Bush with attempted criminal homicide as well as reckless endangerment. He remains in the Metro Jail. Well, coming up, an update on the father and son whose bodies were found in the Tennessee River.
They removed the IUD. It was broken in 3 tan white plastic fragments.
Spotlight on America's follow-up investigation. IUDs breaking inside.
Monday on Fox 17 News at 9.
.408 is the time. An update now on Wednesday's father and son double drowning that happened in Perry County. Police have now identified both of those victims. They were talking about 31-year-old Michael Ryan Tucker and his son, 4-year-old Michael Allen Tucker. Both were pulled from the Tennessee River just hours apart. According to authorities, they had to use sonar equipment to assist in the recovery. They believe it was a fishing accident that led to their deaths. Neither were wearing life jackets. The investigation remains ongoing. A Shelbyville woman is now being charged with stealing from a tent care recipient after a financial exploitation investigation. Now, TBI agents started looking into Mary Ann Pruitt just last March, who they say used a tent care recipient's debit card to make personal purchases for 2 years. She's now being charged with financial exploitation as well as theft and is currently in the Bedford County Jail on a $25,000 bond. Let's get to Greg. He's got a look at your forecast.
Here this morning on a Friday leading into a holiday weekend. Today, March 29th. And what are we getting up and waking up and getting out the door to? Well, 30s one more time. This is not going to be one of those mornings where we have to worry about consistency going into the weekend. This is it. Low 40s, upper 30s all the way through 7 o'clock and crystal clear conditions. Now, when it's crystal clear outside, that means that we're going to see these temperatures actually drop a few degrees up until 7 a.m. because the sun's not up yet. We have no blanket over us keeping any of the warmth in. You can see, though, no visibility problems this morning. We also have no rain anywhere until Monday night into Tuesday. So the car wash still looking good. Wash your way. Go for it. Been talking about it almost all week here. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, all looking good. That next rain chance is Monday night into Tuesday. And with that rain chance, there could even be a few thunderstorms that move in. So enjoy the next 3 days. Get out there, fire up the grill, invite the family over, maybe knock on a neighbor's door. We've got a little extra to help out with you. That's a beautiful forecast. Taking a look, 71 degrees at 5 o'clock, 70 at 6 and 66 degrees at 7. Coming up in the next check of your forecast, though, we have to talk about that potential for thunderstorm activity next week and what it could mean in terms of any threats we have to worry about.
Steer clear traffic out there for you, everyone. Let's get to the very latest happening on I-65 at Trinity Lane. There on the north side, as you can see, their traffic doing pretty good as you get out the door this morning just north of downtown. No big problems in either direction. Had some problems a little bit earlier in the night on 65 South near Harding Place down the south side of town. I had a vehicle blocking the road a little bit. They were able to get that out of the way. So we're doing good as you get out the door so far this morning. We'll continue to watch the roads for you. This morning's crisis in the classroom, a startling situation at a Middle Tennessee high school. What they found inside the bathroom had school leaders very alarmed. They say they found a loaded gun in an unattended purse. This was at the Stewart County High School. It was found in part of the building that students don't have access to. The county says that a staff member has now been removed, and the sheriff's office is investigating exactly how that gun got there. Well, Crisis in the Classroom is our commitment to exposing problems and finding solutions in your schools. If you have a story that you think we should know about, you can drop us an email at news@fox17.com, or you can call our tip line, leave us a message, 615-266-4149. Well, coming up, the city of Baltimore will rebuild the collapsed Key Bridge, the Francis Scott Key Bridge that went down earlier this week. We're going to tell you exactly how long it could take to restore the structure and what officials have to say about time and cost. Plus, a bill that would allow citizens to
and give back to the community where we operate. And Wags and Walks was a perfect opportunity for us to do that because it was a cause that our team cared a lot about.
Between Wags and Walks and Hoffman Brothers, there's a lot of alignment in the values that we have.
4:14 is the time. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. That's a live look over downtown Nashville. And as you can see there, we are doing pretty well as far as rain in the area. There is none, at least not right now. Could that change as we go into the weekend? Greg Bobus has got a look at your forecast so you can plan ahead. Well, the investigation of the Baltimore Bridge collapse and the recovery of the victims continues right now, as important work is already starting to determine the next steps. Now, officials say it is critical to clear the channel of all debris and get Baltimore's ports back open as soon as possible. The Federal Highway Administration is beginning the talks with the Maryland Department of Transportation as well as with the Maryland Transportation Authority about the construction of a new bridge and when that could begin.
I think we can rule this out being a days and weeks. And if it is months, it's going to be many, many months. So I would say we're probably in the 1 to 2 year time frame. But does that become a little bit shorter, a little bit longer? That will depend on what we discover as we move forward.
President Joe Biden has pledged federal funding to help with the rebuild. He says he'll need help from Congress to get that money going, as they could work up as much as $1 billion just to rebuild that bridge. Well, a bill expanding your power to make an arrest as a citizen is moving forward in the Tennessee State Senate. Now, right now, Tennessee lawmakers are looking at the bill because, as the current law says, it allows the regular person to make an arrest of violent criminals when police are not around. But it's illegal to use a gun while doing it. Well, Senator Frank Nicely is sponsoring a bill that would allow a person to use a weapon for a citizen's arrest.
And it would just allow someone to hold someone who committed a crime against them or a violent crime against someone else, hold them until the law got there.
Law enforcement and prosecutors have raised objections to this bill, but the Senate Judiciary Committee did pass this bill 6-3 just this week. The companion bill in the House is set up for a subcommittee on Tuesday. Happening right now, the Nashville Sounds are preparing to open up their season, not here in Nashville, though, up in Ohio. Fox 17 News photojournalist is live over at First Horizon Park, home of your Nashville Sounds. The Sounds are going to be taking on the Toledo Mud Hens. They are the AAA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. That game is set to start at 3:05 this afternoon. The Sounds will be coming to First Horizon Park for their home opener. That is set to go on Tuesday. Now, the Nashville Sounds will be taking on the St. Paul Saints. It's a 6-game series, and it's the first time that a Minnesota Twins affiliate has come to Nashville since 2004. Now, the first 1,000 fans out there at the ballpark on Tuesday will receive a schedule cling presented by Fox 17 News that is set to go at 6:35. Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell is set to throw out the first pitch. Time for baseball there. Greg Bobus standing by. Huge baseball fan over here is Greg Bobus.
Oh, 100%. I mean, baseball screams spring, too.
It does.
And then you talk about the Easter weekend on top of it.
Yes.
And you get temperatures near 80 degrees. All things are looking great for us here. Let's talk just happiness and good times going in toward the weekend, because there are no worries until Monday night into Tuesday. Until then, we are smooth sailing into a weekend here. Our Metro Center camera showing you absolutely nothing happening. The Titans bubble very lightly lit here in the background. We're talking baseball, not football right now, though, as we gear up for the upcoming spring and summer seasons. Maybe today is a getaway day or vice versa. Folks coming into town for the holiday weekend. What does that mean at the airport for you this morning, afternoon, and evening? Temperatures warmer than yesterday from start to finish. We'll be at 49 degrees, near 50 already at 9 o'clock, 67 degrees at noon. 72 at 3 p.m. The entire day looking good. Once again, if there's a problem with flights, we're not the issue here back home. It's the destination where flights are coming from / where they're going to. Taking a look, only 2 flight delays right now and no cancellations at Nashville International. Now, what we're watching going forward, Monday night into Tuesday, especially Tuesday itself, some scattered storms out there. A few of them strong question mark, big question mark. Can't lock that down. We're 5 days away still. But also taking a look ahead, it's too early for specifics on timing, threats, and location. That sounds like, what are you telling me then? I'm saying that Tuesday is the day that we have to watch. And we're going to watch closely for you while you enjoy the nearly perfect weekend that is ahead of us. Overall, things are going to be right up near 80 degrees the next couple of days. Today, your high temperatures will go from the right side of your screen that are in the 30s to near 72 degrees later on this afternoon.
Steer clear traffic out there. Let's get you towards the airport. This is going to be I-40 at Donaldson Pike, very close to BNA. As you can see out there, traffic moving along really nicely out there this morning. Greg mentioned no delays out there at the airport and no delays out there on the roads either. We're doing really well so far this morning. We know things can be very busy over there near the airport, even at 4:20 in the morning. We'll continue to watch the roads out there for you. Republican Congressman James Comer is now inviting President Biden to testify before a House Oversight Committee as part of the panel's impeachment inquiry. Now, in a letter yesterday, Representative Comer asked President Biden to appear on April the 16th. The letter cites select testimonies which Comer says contradicts the president's statements about his son's business dealings. His son being Hunter Biden, of course. The inquiry stems from allegations that President Biden profited off of the family's foreign business dealings when he was the vice president. Now, the probe has so far failed to turn up anything substantial. We'll continue to watch things for you. Well, that inquiry has hit a roadblock last month when the former FBI informant Alexander Smirnov was indicted for lying to the FBI about Biden's involvement with the Ukrainian business dealings during the 2020 presidential election. Well, coming up, Vanderbilt's brand new men's basketball coach hoping to revitalize the Commodores program. We're going to tell you about his track record for big transformations. And the Nashville Predators headed out west, but despite
No, the trucking company and the insurance company are not concerned with the victim. I was worried about being able to pay my bills. I enjoyed you representing me because I knew I had to have the best.
4:24 is the time here on this Friday morning. It's a brand new men's basketball era over at Vanderbilt University as they have introduced their brand new head coach, Mark Byington. Now, he comes to Nashville after leading James Madison to their most successful 4-year stretch in over 30 years of basketball. That run was highlighted by a victory in the NCAA tournament last weekend over Wisconsin. Now, before James Madison, Byington led Georgia Southern to 4 20-win seasons. He's hoping to engineer a similar comeback for the Commodores.
The places I've been before, we've built a culture very quickly. And sometimes the culture didn't take place on the scoreboard immediately, but we could see the process of it working, and it eventually came. And, you know, I'm not sure timeline, whatever else. I mean, our expectation is to win here this year and win now. And I'm trying to find, you know, players out there that are committed to that.
Now, the Commodores finished up last season with a 9-23 record. The Commodores have not made the NCAA tournament since 2017. Let's talk about some hockey news out there this morning. The Nashville Predators finished their game against the Arizona Coyotes with a respectable 4 goals. As a matter of fact, 4 goals has kind of been their magic number. Normally when they score 4, they win. But that's not the way it went out west at all. The Coyotes went crazy out there. They knocked in 8 goals. Arizona pulling the win 8-4 over the Predators as they really started to pour it on in the second period, scoring 4 times. Thankfully, the Preds are still the #1 wildcard team out there in the Western Conference. Next up, the Preds will be taking on the Colorado Avalanche. That game is tomorrow. The puck drops at 5 p.m.
8-4, even saw some hats on there, so clearly one of the Coyotes had a hat trick. But you know, we talked about it yesterday. Just keep steering the course. One little blip on there after the streak that they had, they're going to be fine. Taking a look here, 72 degrees later on this afternoon, warmer, mostly sunny. Sunset getting later and later, 7:07. Our sunrise a little before 6:45 this morning. You get sun from sun up until sundown. What does it mean for our weekend coming up? You made it to Friday. We're here. We're getting through it, and it's going to be a good one. Right side of your screen, upper 30s and low 40s. This afternoon, 72. Weekend itself, well above average, 79 degrees for your Saturday, 80 on Sunday. Perfect weather both days. That is even in the morning hours. This morning a little bit cool, but the mornings for your Saturday and your Sunday going to be in the 50s, if not nearly 60 degrees. We have no rain, no worries for any plans you have here for this upcoming holiday weekend. Justin?
All right, let's take a look at that steer clear traffic as you get out the door this morning. Let's talk about I-65 at the Fern Avenue overpass there on that north side. We're looking really nice out there so far. No big problems for you in either direction as you get out the door. So this drive, as folks are coming in from everywhere north of town, Madison, Goodlettsville, Hendersonville, even places like Whites Creek and Jolton on the I-24 side, everybody's in good shape so far. Reminder, it's the Easter weekend. A lot of folks could be traveling out there on the roads, and TDOT has suspended some of their construction operations to make sure everyone can travel safely. Well, coming up, a week after Riley Strain's body was found in Nashville, the college student's funeral will be held today back in Missouri. We're going to tell you how his family say that you can honor his memory.
With daily nutrients. 2. Helps digestive health. Yeah, I'm doing it. 3. Probiotics by the billions. I'm not new to it. Activia. Your gut is where it all begins.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Well, now on Fox 17 News this morning, members of the Tennessee Board of Trustees at Tennessee State University have now been removed from their position. And Governor Lee has replaced many of them already. We're going to tell you how people are reacting to that drastic change. And it's a Sweet 16 matchup in the NCAA tournament for the Tennessee Volunteers as they take the court tonight against Creighton. They're aiming for the Elite Eight.
And wake up this morning here to nothing happening on the radar just yet. No rain until next week. We're working through a perfect weekend and talk about that next weather maker next week in your forecast.
All right, thank you so much, Greg, and thank you for joining us here on Fox 17 News this morning, just after 4:30. Congratulations, you made it to Friday. I'm Justin McFarland. We're going to begin this morning talking about the funeral for the 22-year-old Missouri college student Riley Strain. He went missing from a Nashville bar weeks ago. And now people from around Nashville, both near and far, are banding together. They searched for him and offered the family support. A week ago, his body was found in the Cumberland River over in West Nashville. Now, Riley's funeral is being held today in Springfield, Missouri, with visitation starting at 11 a.m. Riley's family is asking for donations to be given to the Missouri Department of Conservation in his honor as a dedicated volunteer for wildlife. They wrote in his obituary, quote, "The happiness he brought to those around him will be forever remembered." We do have an update this morning at a bill that was aiming to get rid of the Board of Trustees for Tennessee State University, and now it has been signed into law by Governor Bill Lee. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar tells us about the bill's impact and how some students, staff members, state lawmakers, everybody's reacting to this, Karen.
Good morning. Well, it is definitely a controversial issue, and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle initially had come to a compromise, but it seems that compromise is no longer. Yesterday at the state capitol behind me, the vote passed in the House that wanted to remove the entire board, and it did just that. TSU students say that Now they have to deal with how TSU will be run, and that just isn't fair. They held a press conference at the state capitol inside, holding a sign that said, "Stop the TSU takeover." Some of them feel that the decision to get rid of the entire board didn't have a conversation to those that it impacts the most, the students. The vote came after TSU has been accused of mismanaging funds. An audit by some legislators found a stark increase of scholarships at TSU between 2009 and 2023 that they say created lack of campus housing. TSU claims they've been underfunded, and their removal just isn't fair. Governor Lee appointed 8 out of the 10 members after the vote, and students say they needed to be included in this process.
I believe that people who look like me or who have the best interest for me should represent my university. Why does something like that have to be said? Why does it take a student each and every time to say this is not what we want, and why hasn't it been heard?
Coming up at 5, hear reaction from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. Reporting live in front of the state capitol, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Well, you can get more updates to big stories like this delivered right to your inbox every single morning by signing up for our daily newsletter. It's on our homepage at fox17.com. You can also find your weather forecast. Greg Bobus is here with that right now.
That you can, and right now the big 3 things into the weekend are just all looking really good. Last cold morning, check. Once we get to about 9 o'clock, we're good. We're done with the 30s and 40s for the next 4 or 5 mornings into the afternoons. We get even warmer as well. A fantastic weekend. Today, 72. Tomorrow, up near 80. Sunday, 80 degrees, even Monday near 80 degrees. Now, storms will be there next week. And you're going to start seeing all kinds of hype on social media. We're 5 days away. What I'm saying is Tuesday is a day to watch, not a day to worry about yet. Enjoy your weekend. Get outside. Great weather leading up to Monday night into Tuesday. But we will watch it for you. If there's anything you need to know about well before we get toward it when it comes to thunderstorm potential and any possible severe weather, you're going to know way ahead of time. Right now, that arrow is going to be right where it's at. If we have to worry about anything getting into Saturday night, Sunday, when we're looking into Tuesday, you'll have that good 72-hour update. Please enjoy the weekend for what it is. Taking a look right now, current temperatures are in the upper 30s and low 40s, very much so like yesterday morning and the morning before. Nothing really new to catch you off guard to start off the day. Plenty of sunshine, grabbing the sunglasses. 72 later on this afternoon. Then there's that stretch of near 80-degree temperatures for 3 days in a row tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. We'll break down Sunday a little bit more hour by hour when it comes to maybe church services, brunches, Easter egg hunts, the whole 9 yards. That's coming your way in a few minutes, Justin.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning at 4:35. Quick look here at I-40 at White Bridge Road. Over on the west side, lots of trucks sleeping out there this morning. Other than that, no big problems, nothing holding you up as you go in and out of the West Nashville, Bellevue, Fairview, Kingston Springs area. We'll continue to watch things for you out there on the roads, but right now we are accident-free. Happening today, a Sweet 16 showdown between the Tennessee Volunteers and the Creighton Blue Jays. It's the number 2 seed Volunteers who are in their 2nd straight Sweet 16 appearance in a row. Now, it's been decades since number 3 seeded Creighton from Omaha, Nebraska took on the Vols. Their only other encounter on the basketball floor was back in 1937. The Vols did win that matchup all those years ago, even though a lot has changed since then. Tip-off in Detroit takes place at 8:59 tonight. Well, the winner will be up against the number 1 seed Purdue or the number 5 seed Gonzaga. Whichever team wins their matchup, they're one of the earlier games, they play at 6:30. Well, coming up, Tennessee lawmakers reverse police reforms aimed at preventing violence during traffic stops. We're going to tell you how Republicans argued that such laws were not needed. And the Biden administration laying down rules for how the
You are smart, smarty pants.
You got to unleash the power.
Weeknights at 5 on Fox 17.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. That's a live look there at Bridgestone Arena on Lower Broadway. The streets are clean this morning after another round of street cleaning done there by the city of Nashville. Reminder, of course, always something going on tonight. Christian music artist Chris Tomlin will be there at Bridgestone Arena, so a good time to be had by all if you're into that. And if not, Fall Out Boy will be there this weekend. Wait till you hear about the month of April. We'll tell you about that in a few days. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has signed a brand new law that now repeals several recently passed police reforms in the city of Memphis. Now, city leaders passed a brand new ordinance after the beating death of Tyree Nichols at the hands of the police following a traffic stop last year. Among the new laws that have been voided is a measure that would keep officers from stopping someone for a minor violation like a broken taillight. Governor Bill Lee backed the GOP lawmakers who said while tragic, the Tyree Nichols case should not limit how police conduct traffic stops. The Biden administration is rolling out brand new safeguards to govern artificial intelligence. These are intended to prevent U.S. agencies from abusing AI. Now, the mandates cover situations ranging from screenings at the airport to decisions about health care, as well as employment and housing. Now, the requirements take effect coming up on December the 1st. After that, travelers should be able to refuse facial recognition scans at the airport security line. Each agency that uses AI tools will have to designate a chief AI officer, as well as publish a complete list of all the AI systems that are in use and the reason for using them. Let's get to Greg. He's standing by with a look at your forecast.
And everything looking good so far. No visibility problems, no rain once again. So another day just like yesterday when it comes to our morning outlook. Temperatures in the 30s and low 40s. So wash or wait. If you haven't done the car wash yet, please go do it. If your car needs a little bit of extra care here getting into the holiday weekend, we have no rain until Monday night into Tuesday. So today, tomorrow, Sunday, and even Monday, the afternoon hours are all going to look great. Now, Tuesday's a day we have to watch. Just watch carefully. Next chance for some storms will roll in then, but until then, get outside and enjoy every hour that you can. 49 degrees at 9 a.m., 67 degrees at noon, 72 at 3 p.m. And let's talk Easter. We're talking about the day itself. Maybe you have church services in the morning, maybe a brunch, maybe just the good old Easter egg. I remember the Easter egg hunts on the days when it would rain. The family would do it in the basement and just kind of hide things around. 73 degrees, though, outside. Go for it at noon. And temperatures continue to stay nice. 80 degrees at 3 p.m. and temperatures staying in the upper 70s all the way through 6 o'clock. Loaded with sunshine all Easter day.
All right, everyone, steer clear traffic. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here at I-65 at the Fern Avenue overpass there on the north side. As you can see, traffic in that area doing really well just north of downtown. No big problems so far. If things change, and they will, we've got you covered with steer clear traffic live and local with you through 9 this morning. Well, coming up, as Covenant School parents advocate for gun safety, one Republican lawmaker says his party is working hard on this issue. We'll explain. And the world is wasting enough food for millions of meals every single day. Nashville is making some moves to refuse
headache, fever, nausea, dizziness, tiredness, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and sore throat. Fainting can also happen. Help protect what counts. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about Gardasil 9.
.444 is the time. A message this morning from a state House Republican leader to the Covenant School families. We're not finished. That's the message. A year and a day after those deadly shootings that took the lives of 6 people at that private Christian school in Green Hills, the House Majority Leader, William Lambreth from Sumner County, says that lawmakers remain focused on school safety even right now. But he says legislation can take time, and he points to what's being done around $200 million in school safety grants, funding to keep people found incompetent to stand trial from being back out on the streets, as well as a change in the school fire alarm protocols to try and thwart some of the active shooter plans.
Prayers without works doesn't bear fruit, but when you're working on issues that actually improve safety, that's good work to be done, and so that's what we're going to continue to do.
Meanwhile, Covenant families continue to push for things like expanded background checks, and we're hoping for some faster progress. Tennessee Democrats also advocate for gun control measures as well. Well, it's now the second quarter of the fiscal year, and the outlook for the rest of the year will get updates later today. That is the closing bell, I believe, there at the Dow Jones. They scored 47 points. The NASDAQ slipped a bit by 20 points, and the S&P added just 5 points on the day. So a fairly flat day on Wall Street there. A key piece of U.S. economic data will be released later today. The February personnel consumption expenditure index will be out, but investors won't be able to react to that report since most of the financial markets will be closed today for the Good Friday holiday. Also this morning, the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will be speaking on some of the monetary policies. Former crypto entrepreneur Sam Bankman-Fried has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Now, the 32-year-old was convicted back in November for fraud and conspiracy. You can see court drawings of it right here. This is after costing consumers and lenders, as well as investors, more than $10 billion. He was found guilty of misappropriation of funds for his own benefit, which included flying on private jets and purchasing properties. Bankman-Fried was worth billions of dollars after becoming the co-founder and CEO of FTX, which used to be the second largest cryptocurrency exchange in America. Well, even the Easter Bunny is feeling squeezed by inflation these days. Chocolate bunnies and other chocolate treats have gone up in price this year. And you can blame the cost of that on the cost of cocoa. Now, the price of cocoa is now at an all-time high, $10,000 a ton. Analysts saying the disruptive weather caused by climate change and the rising freight costs have sent the cocoa prices soaring. Let's get to Greg right now. I don't know what kind of weather it takes to make cocoa exactly, but they got to find a way to get that down. Of course, you need cocoa to make chocolate. So you do. No cocoa, no chocolate. It's pretty simple.
Very simple. And you know, there's also one more thing about chocolate bunnies. There are two types. There's the kind where you kind of bite it open and it's hollow.
Okay.
Or the one where it's just a chocolate bunny. You take the bite and the whole thing filled with chocolate the whole way. So I'm kind of curious the price differential there because you don't know what you're getting sometimes until you actually bite into it and take a look. Taking a look here at our forecast back home, we are starting off nice, very similar to yesterday morning, so we're not going to be caught off guard by temperature. A decent jacket just like yesterday and the day before, you're going to be fine. Leading our way toward school time here. A lot of students have off today, but for those of us who were getting out there for the first bell, 45 degrees here as the buses are picking us up. Not much to worry about. 72 degrees after school. Temperatures finally on the up and up after a couple of stagnant days in the lower to middle 60s. What we're watching is the day ahead with our next chance for showers and storms. That is not today. That is not this weekend. It is Tuesday of next week. Scattered storms cannot be ruled out. Some strong, big question mark there. Way too early for specifics on severity, on specific timing, and also the threats we could see, but it's a day we're going to keep our eyes on for you while you're enjoying your weekend. So just know that as you wake up on Monday, start watching toward Tuesday with us and we'll have you covered. 72, mainly sunny, very warm afternoon degrees for you here today. Sunset going to be at 7:07. Looking at your 7-day forecast. There we go. We've been talking about it. We've been looking forward to it the entire week. We're finally almost there. 79 degrees for your Saturday, 80 on Sunday, 80 degrees on Monday. Late Monday night into Tuesday, that will be our next chance for storms that we'll keep our eyes on for you, as I mentioned.
Sear clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get to the latest happening on I-40 at 46th Avenue there on the west side of town. As you can see, traffic is moving out there very well. We are wide open and free in all directions, and that goes for your drive times as well. 27 minutes in from Mount Juliet, 49 in from Murfreesboro, 25 minutes in from Franklin on the south side of town. Things can and will change, and when they do, we got you covered. Steer clear traffic live and local with you through 9. Well, in your community this morning, food waste is a worldwide problem, and the city of Nashville is reminding everyone that there are ways to try and tackle it right here in the mid-state. Now, more than 1 billion meals are wasted worldwide every day. That conclusion comes from the United Nations Food Waste Index report. The UN's report finds that for the average person every year, roughly 174 pounds of food end up in the trash can instead of in someone's stomach. There are also environmental effects with food waste as well. Now, Nashville's, you can see it right here, their government says around 1/3 of Nashville's trash is made up of food, but reminds everyone that residents can drop off food scraps, recyclables, and more at drop-off composting sites for free. There are 4 of these sites around Davidson County. You can learn more about them over on our website at fox17.com. Well, almost 2/3 of 4th graders in the United States struggle to read at grade level. That's why Fox 17 and our parent company, Sinclair Broadcasting, are partnering up with Reading is Fundamental. It's supporting children's literacy. You just scan that QR code right there at the bottom of your screen to donate to our virtual book drive. A brand new survey says that some of the school graduates lack the confidence they need to for the basic life skills and to be to be competent in basic life skills out there. Now, the survey found around 33% of graduates say they feel uncertain about possessing the necessary skills in the real world. 68% of participants believe they would be better prepared for life if they took non-academic courses, including things like automotive maintenance, financial planning and insurance. 79% of participants say they're overwhelmed by financial planning. Some new graduates have even turned to social media for life skills and knowledge. Well, coming up, Nashville Shores is looking for workers. If you decide to interview, you could get something very special in return, and we're not just talking about a paycheck. And Taylor Swift's father was in the spotlight.
They won't stop me. Nothing beats Allegra. It's the fastest, non-drowsy 24-hour allergy relief. Live your greatness.
4:55 is the time. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. That's a live look there on Lower Broadway where something is always going on. This morning they are down there with construction equipment of I'm not sure what that tanker truck is doing. But boy, it's not something you would see every day for sure. We'll continue to follow things out there, and we're going to get into your weather even right now. Greg Bobus is standing by as you get set for your weekend. Greg, it's a good morning for whatever they're doing downtown.
It absolutely is. We've had no rain every morning here for the past couple of days. That's the same story today, and that's going to be the case for your Saturday and your Sunday as well. We are carefree until Monday night into Tuesday morning, your weekend planner. If you've been gearing up for it, getting the groceries, getting the plans going, maybe family coming into town, you're leaving town, nothing to worry about when it comes to the weather. Your Saturday, 79 degrees, above average across the board for everyone. All of Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. Enjoy this weekend for what it is. 80 degrees on Sunday. You'll wake up perfect weather. You'll wake up right near 60 degrees on Sunday morning. So that weekend outlook really overall could not get much better than what we're going to be. You can always get the Fox 17 Code Red weather app. What it'll help you with is not necessarily this weekend, but Monday night into Tuesday. We're getting some subtle indicators that we know we have thunderstorms, but we could have 1 or 2 on the stronger side. It is too soon to know the exact threats and the specific timing. Just know that Tuesday is a day that we're watching for you. We're not worrying about it. We're just watching it and making sure you know what we're getting into well before it gets here.
Steer clear traffic as you get out the door this morning. Let's take a look here at I-40 at Charlotte Pike over in West Nashville. You can see for yourself traffic over there in that direction looking really nice out there this morning. No big problems as you make your way in from Bellevue, from the Nations, from Kingston Springs, Fairview, anywhere over there. We're doing fine. We're going to take a look at the north side of town, plus your latest drive times. It's all coming up in our 5 o'clock hour. Well, looking ahead, the Mid-State's largest water park has the help wanted sign out front as they're looking for people to fill some key positions this summer. Now, Nashville Shores will host a hiring fair tomorrow at 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the park in Donaldson. Now, the company says they need around 400 seasonal workers. Each candidate who completes an interview will receive a one-day water park valid ticket that is in for the month of May. So again, you go out for an interview and they'll give you a ticket. Taylor Swift's father will not be charged with facing, Taylor Swift's father will not be facing charges stemming from an alleged confrontation with a photographer. This happened in Australia just last month. Now, the photographer, Ben McDonnell, claimed that Scott Swift assaulted him on the Sydney waterfront. This is just hours after the singer's concert ended. McDonnell says that one of Taylor Swift's security guards forced an umbrella into his face and camera as well, and then Scott Swift punched him. That's what he says. Taylor Swift's representatives responded by accusing the media of acting aggressively. A police investigation concluded that no offenses were actually committed. Taylor Swift's father not playing around. Universal Studios is giving fans a glimpse of a brand new theme park. This is for Epic Universe. It's the Isles of Berk from the movie How to Train Your Dragon. It's currently under construction. Visitors will get to choose from 4 different attractions and watch a live show as well. You even get to meet a dragon. Epic Universe will have 5 worlds in total, including a celestial park, a wizarding world of Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic, as well as a Super Nintendo world before they're all said and done. Let's get to consumer news this morning. AAA has a warning for drivers. You are likely going to be paying more for gas coming up here this spring. Now, according to AAA, a spokesperson says the early spring surge in oil prices was likely caused by Ukraine's targeting of Russia's oil infrastructure. But gas prices will now resume their steady seasonal increase with spring break and summer vacations ahead. Yesterday's national average for gas was around $3.53. That's 24 cents higher than it was the month before and 10 cents higher than it was the year before. Our 5 o'clock hour starts right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Now on Fox 17 News this Friday morning, it's been 1 year since a helicopter collision took the lives of 9 U.S. Army soldiers. More on how they're being remembered and honored to this day. And a man has been arrested right here on your screen after police say he shot another driver in the head. We have an update on the investigation.
Coming up, I'll tell you about a vote at the Capitol that will change how Tennessee State University is governed. Plus, hear how lawmakers and students react.
Good morning and happy Friday. Thank you so much for waking up with Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell does have the morning off. We're going to get started this Friday morning by sharing the top 3 headlines that you're going to want to know before you head out the door. And we're going to take you to Maryland. Federal dollars are headed to Maryland after Tuesday's Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. Maryland is going to receive $60 million for recovery efforts like removing debris and really laying the groundwork for reconstruction. By the way, rebuilding will likely cost hundreds of millions of dollars. And we're talking politics. Republican Congressman James Comer is inviting President Joe Biden to testify before the House Oversight Committee. It's part of the panel's impeachment inquiry. Comer asked Biden to appear on April 16th. Comer also says some testimonies contradict the president's statements about his son's business dealings. The inquiry, though, has not found anything substantial as of right now. Today, Christians around the world are reflecting on the day Jesus was crucified. It's Good Friday. You likely know that. The observance is part of a big part of Christian Holy Week. Good Friday leads up to Easter Sunday, when Christians believe Jesus was resurrected. Churches across the world holding services to mark this Good Friday. Well, today marks 1 year since the deadly helicopter collision that killed 9 U.S. Army soldiers based over at Fort Campbell. And the soldiers that we're going to show you photos of from the 101st Airborne Division right here on your screen were taking part in nighttime training over in Trigg County, Kentucky. But then their Black Hawk helicopters collided, killing everyone on board. Yesterday, though, on Thursday, Fort Campbell unveiled a memorial for the fallen soldiers. We're showing you some of what they're going to be memorialed for, honoring them with a dedication ceremony. The families of the soldiers laid roses at the foot of that memorial. Tennessee State University's Board of Trustees vacated and a new board swiftly appointed by Governor Bill Lee. It's a story that has some students asking why their input was not considered. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar is joining us live at the Capitol. And Karen, you're sharing reactions.
Yeah, that's right. Students are frustrated. They say they didn't have anything to say in this process, and they did send letters asking that the entire board not be removed, but apparently that wasn't listened to. And after that vote passed in the House yesterday, Governor Bill Lee quickly appointed 8 out of the 10 board members, and boy did the debate get heated at the House floor on the Capitol behind me. Some lawmakers were outraged, others not as much. This comes after the House GOP supermajority struck a deal to keep 3 out of the 10 board members. But yesterday, Republicans changed their tune, arguing that replacing the entire board needed to happen after an audit for TSU's handling of their finances. House Democrats suggested the vote is to get revenge on the board, previously refusing to oust the outgoing TSU president, Glenda Glover. Listen to what lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have to say.
The optics of this today are awful. If you can't look at this and see that the optics of what you're doing today is awful, you need to take your blinders off.
Extended grace, extended grace, extended grace. If there was any other institution who had this measure of issues and mishandling and mismanagement, the state of Tennessee would demand that we've done something.
Coming up at 5:30, you'll hear reaction from the councilwoman at large. Reporting live in front of the state capitol, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Karen, thank you. Let's check in now with our Code Red meteorologist. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Great looking weekend ahead of us. The top 3 things in the weather world to know going into the weekend. Last cold morning. Bundle it up one last time. What I mean by bundle up is the decent coat you wore yesterday morning. Grab the same one, toss it on. You're fine for the rest of the morning. Fantastic looking weekend. I've not bumped the temperature at all. It's identical to what you saw yesterday morning, whereas tomorrow is going to be in the upper 70s, Sunday and Monday, right near 80 degrees. Watching some storms that could move in Monday night into Tuesday. So we'll keep our eyes on this. You focus on just the good weekend, because it doesn't get much better than this here when we're talking late March and you can have a weekend of sunshine and near 80 degree temperatures back-to-back days. Right now, 42 degrees. And if maybe you're visiting Nashville, you're going to go, why is it wet outside? Well, we just hose things down for the next day when it comes down to the upcoming weekend. As far as the forecast goes, we'll go from 42 to the 60s and then eventually low 70s this afternoon.
Greg, that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much. 5:06 is the time. We do want to check in on your steer clear traffic. Now, keep in mind, TDOT crews have suspended a lot of construction out there for Easter weekend, and you're not going to see, hopefully, a lot of construction going on. Right now, though, a live look, I-65 over at Trinity Lane. This is north of downtown. This area looking really, really good. We'll continue checking in on all of your steer clear traffic updates, though, throughout 9 o'clock. Now to Operation Crime and Justice. Metro Police arresting a man over in Antioch for a violent road rage shooting. Police say this man, 22-year-old David Bush, shot the driver of a car that cut him off over on Murfreesboro Pike. Police have since charged both Bush with attempted homicide and reckless endangerment. It's a story you can read more details about over on fox17.com. Coming up, a shock for school staff who found a loaded gun in a bathroom. We're going to share what we're learning so far. This 5:09 is the time. Right now in crisis in the classroom. A startling situation over at a Middle Tennessee high school that we do want to update you about. It happened inside a bathroom. School leaders say they discovered a loaded gun inside of a purse over at Stewart County High School. Imagine that. Now we're told the bag was found in a part of a building that students do not have access to. The county says a staff member has since been removed and the sheriff's office is investigating. Well, we do want to take a moment and let you know that crisis in the classroom is our Fox 17 News commitment to not only exposing problems, but also finding solutions for issues in our schools. So if you're watching and you think, hey, I have a story that y'all need to cover, go ahead and send us an email to news@fox17.com or call our tip line, that number right here on your screen. It's 615-266-4149. Hey, Greg, let's check in now for the forecast. Some folks are visiting Middle Tennessee for the holiday weekend.
Yes, and if you are, welcome to Music City. You're going to have a great weekend to be here. I will tell you that weather's not going to be anything you're going to complain about from now all the way until Monday into Tuesday. Now, it's a little bit cool, but depending upon where you're coming from, you might go, what do you mean cool? It's 42 degrees right now in Nashville. This is a cooler start this time of the year for us, but we're going to be much better tomorrow morning and the mornings after it. Back into the 50s and 60s, so just get past 9 o'clock this morning, then we're out of the 30s, out of the 40s, and it's all looking good from there on out. This afternoon we'll be in the 70s, but we're not alone either. Take a look. It's 44 degrees in Tallahassee. So even though we're at 42, you get down to Florida, and they've got temperatures that are in the 40s. So it's not just us. All of the southeast kind of stuck in this cooler pattern. But if you look off to the west, where you see the green colors here, that's moving our direction. That means 50s and then 60s starting tomorrow morning. And then again, on Sunday morning as well. So lunchtime, I would say, you know, if you want to be inside, you can at least look out the window and enjoy the sunshine. 63 degrees at 11 o'clock, 67 at noon, 69 degrees at 1. If you want to find a patio, if you're visiting, we have a lot of good patios. I'm just saying out there are plenty of places you can enjoy yourself later on this afternoon and stay rain-free.
Greg, we have plenty of patios.
Yes, we do.
We are all about that. Hey, the weather is not going to impact you if you're perhaps picking someone up from the airport today. Let's take a live look over at the airport. Right now we are going to be showing you, I believe, I-40 west of Donaldson over by the airport, where we're not going to have any issues. Here we go. There we go. That's the live look over there. Now listen, if you are picking someone up, be mindful that the traffic does tend to pick up as we go on throughout this morning. But right now it is looking very good. Of course, we'll continue checking out this area throughout 9 o'clock. Well, just ahead here on Fox 17 News this Friday morning, Baltimore is rebuilding, of course, after the collapsed bridge, but it's going to take some time before we can get there. How long could it take to restore the structure? What officials have to say about the cost as well. And a bill would allow citizens to use guns when making us citizens arrest.
The new hands-free Skechers Bobs for Dog Sport slip-ins, just slip in and go. And they've already helped save over 2 million pets.
This Fox 17 This Morning newscast is sponsored by Zander Insurance.
Welcome back. 5:14 is the time. Right now we're showing you a live look of the Nashville skyline. We said before the break that if you're visiting Nashville, this holiday weekend is going to be picture perfect. We're not talking about any rain. We're talking about highs reaching 80 degrees. So really get out there and enjoy. We are keeping a very close eye on what's to come next week. Some showers are going to be moving in, but for right now, just enjoy the holiday weekend. That full forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes, though. In national headlines right now, the investigation of the Baltimore bridge collapse and the recovery of victims, that is ongoing. Meanwhile, we're hearing from leaders now who say, yeah, they're working to determine what's next, but it's going to take so much time. We understand that. They say it's critical to go ahead and clear this channel of debris and get Baltimore's ports back open as quickly as possible. The Federal Highway Administration is working with the Maryland Department of Transportation and Maryland Transportation Authority about constructing a new bridge. And when could that process begin? Listen here.
I think we can rule this out being a days and weeks. And if it is months, it's going to be many, many months. So I would say we're probably in the 1 to 2 year time frame. But does that become a little bit shorter, a little bit longer? That will depend on what we discover as we move forward.
Okay, so you heard that there, a 1 to 2 year time frame. President Joe Biden has pledged federal funding for this rebuilding process, but he's going to need help from Congress to get that money, as the work could cost up to $1 billion. Back here at home, though, we have a sad update regarding Wednesday's father-son double drowning that happened over in Perry County. Police have now identified, the two victims. 31-year-old Michael Ryan Tucker and his 4-year-old son, Michael Allen Tucker, were both pulled from the Tennessee River hours apart. Emergency crews had to get in there and use sonar equipment to go ahead and assist with the recovery efforts that had to take place earlier this week. It is believed to be a fishing accident. Neither, police say, were wearing life jackets. A bill expanding your power to make a citizen's arrest is moving forward in our state Senate. As of right now, Tennessee law allows regular folks to arrest violent criminals when police are not around, but it is illegal to use a gun to do so. Senator Frank Nicely is sponsoring a bill that would allow the use of a weapon in a citizen's arrest.
And it would just allow someone to hold someone who committed a crime against them or a violent crime against someone else, hold them until the law got there.
Law enforcement and prosecutors raised objections to this bill, but the Senate Judiciary Committee passed the bill 6-3 just this week. By the way, the companion bill is now up for a vote in the House subcommittee. That's happening on Tuesday, so more updates to come. Let's talk about sports, though. Happening now, the Nashville Sounds, they are getting ready to open their season. But it's not going to happen here in Nashville. It's happening over in Ohio. But our Fox 17 News photojournalist, Kevin Mumphrey, is right here at First Horizon Park. Just, letting you know that next week you're going to see them here in Nashville. Yeah, the Sounds, though, today are going to be up against the Toledo Mud Hens. It's a AAA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. The game gets started at 3:05 today, and the Sounds return to First Horizon Park for the home opener on Tuesday. All right, get excited. That's when they're going to play the St. Paul Saints in a 6-game series, the first time a Minnesota Twins affiliate has come to Nashville since back in 2004. The first 1,000 fans in the ballpark, they're going to get some cool swag from all of us here at Fox 17 News. And then at 6:35, Mayor Freddie O'Connell is going to throw out the first pitch. And Greg, on Friday, I'm going to be out there trying to give it my best shot, throwing out the first pitch, too.
Are you going to go with the heater or the curveball?
I think the curveball.
Oh,
I'm going to give it to him hot.
Big old looking 12-6 curve. Cannot wait. Baseball means spring.
Yes.
Easter means spring. Everything's going to feel like it, too, for this weekend. I mean,
what did we say earlier? It's patio. God, I forgot now. We just got lots of patios.
Just go on the patio.
Go on the patio.
Period. Go for it. Make it an outdoor weekend the most you can. You're going to be happy that you do so. Leave the umbrella at home. Throw it in the closet. Close the door and call it a day. You can use all of the spring clothes, too. T-shirts, shorts, the dresses, the whole nine. We're good. Maybe even a little sun hat to bring out here. And taking a look here out the door for your Friday. We're cool. This is one last cool morning. Do not expect temperatures like this tomorrow or on Sunday. We're waking up in the upper 30s and low 40s all the way through 8 a.m. Tons of sun. Once the sun comes up, it's going to be fantastic. Now, this is a day where you may be getting out of town or someone's coming in. So what can we expect at the airport right now? Well, temperatures are holding in the upper 30s and low 40s, but by 9 a.m., right near 50 degrees, upper 60s and low 70s this afternoon. Sunshine from start to finish. Once it comes up, you're going to have it all day long. No problems at BNA as far as here locally with the weather, and only 2 delays on the big board right now. Hopefully we can keep it that way, and we'll keep you updated here about once every hour as to how things are looking with arrivals and departures, just to get going here on this Friday leading into the holiday weekend.
Steer clear traffic for you takes us over to I-40 at Old Hickory Boulevard. This is over in the Bellevue area in West Nashville. You can see their traffic moving along without issue. No problems out there this morning. We are doing fun out there as you get out there on the roads here. Things will start to pick up here a little bit later in the morning. Traffic will increase, but right now, no problems here. No problems at the airport, no problems north of town. We'll get to all of those things, plus your new drive times coming up in a few.
Justin, thank you. We're following world news this morning because the State Department is now expressing disappointment after Russia vetoed the renewal of a United Nations panel. That panel does monitor UN sanctions on North Korea over their nuclear weapons program. Listen.
Russia's actions today have cynically undermined international peace and security, all to advance the corrupt bargain that Moscow has struck with the DPRK.
Well, of the 15-member Security Council, 13 voted in favor, with Russia voting against and China abstaining. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said the vote is an example of greater cooperation between Russia and North Korea. Despite the panel not being renewed, the UN sanctions on North Korea do remain in place. Coming up, Wilson County school leader.
A full line of F-150s plus 1.9% financing for 72 months available. Some scratched, some didn't, some not, but all with big savings. Town and Country Ford in Madison.
5:23 is the time. A total solar eclipse is coming to the United States on April the 8th. And mid-state schools are trying to figure out how they want to deal with that event when it comes to their students. Now, Rutherford County schools have decided they're going to dismiss school for the entire day so parents can handle the event in whatever way that they want. However, Wilson County schools and their director says they want to handle it in a slightly different way. Listen.
I'm of the opinion and belief that we've got 20,000 students, and we've got a lot of parents that need to work and can't make any arrangements otherwise. I want to be open for business. We can take a note and excuse it. If the family wants to choose that, I'm comfortable with that. And we'll take that parent note for that educational excuse, and that may impact our attendance. I'll be the first one to admit that.
So you heard the director say right there, if parents do want to keep their students at home for the solar eclipse, that will be considered an excused absence for the day. The board will vote on this issue officially coming up next week.
525 forecast for today, loaded with sunshine. We'll be up to 72 degrees later on this afternoon. Right side of your screen, we're starting off with temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. The only difference between yesterday and today is a warmer afternoon. The morning temperatures very similar. So whatever made you comfortable getting up the door yesterday, if you wore the same thing, well, maybe not the exact same thing, but the same kind of layering, you'll be good to go. Warmer, mostly sunny. 7:07 will be our sunset later on today. Gearing up for a great weekend. Here's your Easter Sunday. 80 degrees, partly cloudy, nice and warm. Nothing to worry about the entire day. So whatever you got planned, don't cancel it. Go for it and have the smile on the face as you wake up in the morning near 60 degrees. How do you connect with any of us? You can find us all on social media. When we're not here on air, you can follow us anywhere you want to go. You can strike up a conversation if you want. Meteorologist Greg Bobus is also where you go on Facebook to submit your dogs of the day. We're going to meet our dog of the day next half hour, and then we'll have our curious question about an hour from right now. Taking you into the upcoming weekend, we will plan everything you need to know and also look ahead to storms next week coming up in a few.
Steer clear traffic at 5:26. Here's a quick look at what we are dealing with out there at I-24, at I-65 there on the north side. We use this camera a lot, so let me just draw your attention to something very quick. This is I-65 right here, coming in from the north side, Madison, Goodlettsville, Hendersonville. On the other side, the barrier there on the outside, that's I-24. That's Jolton, Whites Creek, Pleasant View, Clarksville, places like that. So when they come together here at the merge, that is what makes that junction, the 65-24 junction, and right here is also where things slow down in a big way coming up later this morning. But right now, we're doing just fine as you get out the door. We're going to get you your latest drive times, plus tell you about where things will ease up quite a bit coming up here a little bit later. Also coming up, we've got continuing coverage of the search for Sebastian Rogers, the 15-year-old with autism who's been missing now for weeks. We're going to tell you what his father has to say about the latest efforts to find him.
Coming up in a few minutes, hear from lawmakers, students, and
the power. Weeknights at 5 on Fox 17.
This Fox 17 This Morning newscast is sponsored by Electronic Express. We make it happen. You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Now on Fox 17 News this Friday morning, after months of debate and controversy, the pivotal vote to vacate Tennessee State University's board.
And the forecast for us here, one more cold start, but a great looking weekend ahead of us. We'll plan that, but also look ahead to our next chance for thunderstorms next week coming up in your forecast.
But a fantastic weekend is in store. Thank you so much for waking up with us here on a busy Friday morning on Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell has the morning off. We're going to get right to an updating story here regarding Tennessee State University, because for months we've been talking about a bill to empty the seats of Tennessee State University's governing board. Well, yesterday the House passed a bill, and hours later Governor Bill Lee signed that bill into law. But what does all of this mean for TSU? Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar is joining us right now at the Capitol, sharing reaction and moving forward what it's going to look like. Hi there, Karen.
Good morning, Erica. Well, yesterday's debate on the House floor at the state capitol behind me got heated. One of the lawmakers saying the optics of the vote was awful, and another saying TSU was mismanaging funds. TSU claimed in a statement that just wasn't true. Following the vote, some students from TSU held a news conference and said they're upset they didn't get a say in this process, holding up a sign that said, "Stop the TSU takeover." But the TSU takeover happened anyway. Governor Bill Lee signed the bill and then immediately appointed 8 out of the 10 board members. Delisha Porterfield, the councilwoman at large, reacts.
Look at, we're having a new president of the university, and we're going to have an all new board. So the university is going to be at a disadvantage when fighting for the money that is due to us, because we're losing institutional knowledge.
This bill being signed by Governor Bill Lee changes the way the institution will be run, which brings a lot of questions and concerns for students. Coming at 6, you'll hear more of their frustrations. Reporting live in front of the state capitol, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Karen, thank you. Happening later today, loved ones are coming together for the funeral of Riley Strain. That is the 22-year-old University of Missouri student who went missing in Nashville weeks ago. And folks around this community and far away, they banded together to search for him and support his family and friends. A week ago today, his body was discovered over in the Cumberland River. Riley's funeral is being held over in Springfield, Missouri, with visitation beginning at 11 a.m. this morning. Riley's family is asking for donations to go ahead and be given to the Missouri Department of Conservation in his honor as a dedicated volunteer for wildlife. They also wrote in his obituary, quote, "The happiness he brought to those around will forever be remembered."
I don't feel whole anymore.
Well, we have new information this Friday regarding the search for missing Sumner County teenager Sebastian Rogers. The 15-year-old's mother, father, and stepfather meeting with the TBI yesterday about his disappearance. In Fox 17 News, we had the opportunity to speak with Seth Rogers to get an update on this investigation. Rogers says that he still has hope that his son is alive. A concern that Seth did raise, though, is that he recently found out DCS, the Department of Children's Services, they have been called to Katie and Chris Proudfoot's home over in Hendersonville. Katie is the mom. The other person is the stepfather. Sebastian's stepfather, his name is Chris Proudfoot, confirmed with us that DCS has been called to their home before, but adds that those cases are all closed. The family wants to focus on finding Sebastian Rogers.
Sebastian's been missing for more than a month now. What keeps you getting up every morning, going out and searching for him?
Being a dad, having perseverance, wanting him to come home, wanting to watch him finish growing up.
Well, look at this shirt on your screen right here. Seth says that he is wearing his own billboard of Sebastian. That is the last photo that Seth, the biological father, says that he took of his 15-year-old son. We also know we have updated you on how the United Cajun Navy is taking volunteers to help assist in the ongoing search efforts. If you'd like some more information, perhaps you want to get involved, we have all of that over on fox17.com. We're going to check in now with our Code Red meteorologist, Greg, because a fantastic weekend is on tap, and you told me perhaps it's time that we can get gardening.
Yeah. And I've been telling you for weeks, I've been kind of the party pooper when it comes to gardening. Don't do it, don't do it. I think we're kind of turning that corner here, getting into the first week of April where we can start. Just be mindful that you may have to cover the plants once or twice, but this is kind of where we're at now. We're turning that corner into spring temperatures. What is new this morning? Well, one more start in the 30s, but the new part of that is it for now. We're going to be back to the 50s and 60s for overnight temperatures starting tomorrow morning, back into the 70s for afternoon highs later today. Nearly perfect for the weekend, up near 80 for Saturday and Sunday. Right now, Lower Broadway, 42 degrees. It was a clear night, so we got cool one more time, but it is going to be a very good outlook overall. Let's just get you to the 7-day and just piece it together right away. Why make you wait? 72 right now for today's afternoon high, and then 79 degrees tomorrow, 80 on Sunday, 80 degrees on Monday. There will be some storms that track in Monday night into Tuesday. That is our next weather maker. We'll have our eyes on it while we're enjoying the weekend and let you know what you can expect as we ease out of the weekend into next week.
Steer clear traffic out there. Let's talk about I-24 at Harding Place over in Antioch as you make that drive into town. As you can see, traffic there moving along really nicely here. We are into Good Friday here. A lot of people have the day off, so traffic may be a little bit lighter this morning than the normal day. So we'll have to see if that is the case indeed. We're going to be checking in on the traffic flow throughout the morning, and keep in mind construction stopping for the weekend in many parts of the mid-state here because of the Easter holiday.
Coming up on Fox 17 News this Friday morning, why Governor Lee is reversing
during our anniversary sale going on now at all 3 Lazy Boy locations.
This Fox 17 This Morning newscast is sponsored by Eurostone.
Just about 5:40 in politics, Governor Bill Lee signing a new law that repeals several recently passed police reforms over in Memphis. Now listen, city leaders passed new ordinances after the beating death of Tyree Nichols at the hand of police after a traffic stop. This happened last year. The laws voided include a measure that would keep officers from stopping someone for a minor violation, including a broken taillight. Governor Lee backed GOP lawmakers who said while tragic, the Nichols case should not limit how police conduct their stops. We're going to check in now with our Code Red meteorologist. He's talking about the holiday weekend.
Yes,
and also, we had opening day yesterday. The Nashville Sounds are going to be having their first game, albeit.
Yeah, and take a look at the forecast. You know, this is one of those days where I'm in the wrong spot. I'm supposed to be with the big old monitor over here, now with the green screen. You know, it's a Friday. We're all waking up, getting through it. Thank you for my wonderful production crew in the back for saving me there. I got to give you guys a little credit here this morning. Taking a look. 5:40 is your time. We're taking a look at a forecast where we do have a very clear sky. And yes, this is the Nashville Sounds' first game of the year out in Toledo, not home. The first game at home will be on Tuesday of next week. We'll watch that forecast for you. Maybe you're getting on the bike and getting out there this morning. Maybe you just, you know, get a couple miles in here. What does the forecast look like? Well, every little bar you see right here that is in the yellow and the orange, temperatures that are in the 60s, if not low 70s. The entire late morning through late evening hours are looking fantastic. Not much of a breeze, tons of sunshine. We almost want to start talking about sunscreen too. We're getting to that time of the year where there's just enough sun out there, just long enough where you could end up getting a sunburn. Wash or wait? I would say go for it. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, all 3 days. Green lights, yes, yes, and yes.
All right, everyone, steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get you out to I-24. This is Harding Place in Antioch. Things rolling along just fine out there. We are cautiously optimistic about the drive times today because it is Good Friday and a lot of folks will be taking the day off for the Easter weekend. So let's take a look at the drive times right now. Looking good. Hendersonville at 27 minutes, Murfreesboro 51 minutes in, Franklin at 25 minutes in from the south side. We'll see if these times hold. On a normal day, every single one of these times will be going way up over the next few hours, but these times may actually stay in the green this morning. We'll see what happens with steer clear traffic live through 9.
Coming up, continuing our Covenant School coverage. Wednesday marked 1 year. We're going to explain how lawmakers are focusing on increasing school safety. And the total solar eclipse is less than 2 weeks away. Some folks are confused about who's going to...
Just got better. Now choose 2 wraps for breakfast or 2 hand-breaded chicken wraps for lunch or dinner. Morning to night, get 2 wraps, $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
5:44 is the time now. More than a year after the deadly shooting rampage at the private Christian school over in Green Hills, House Majority Leader William Lambert says lawmakers are focused on school safety. But he says legislation can take time. Lambert is pointing to what's been done, however. He also says things like the $200 million in school safety funding grants, funding to keep people found incompetent to stand trial from being put back on the streets, and a change in school fire alarm protocols is all a step forward. Listen.
Prayers without works doesn't bear fruit, but when you're working on issues that actually improve safety, that's good work to be done, and so that's what we're going to continue to do.
Covenant School families are continuing to push for more, like expanded background checks, and they're also hoping, they say, for a much faster progress. Looking ahead now to the total solar eclipse that is happening, mark your calendars, on April 8th. Some folks on social media, though, are confused about who is going to see total darkness. I know that's kind of a contradiction, and who won't. Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Brett Luna is shedding some light, see what I did there, on this issue.
Well, the answer is it really just depends on where you're at. If you're within the path of totality, this is a total solar eclipse. If you're outside the path of totality, this is a partial solar eclipse. A total solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and earth, directly lining up. It totally blocks the face of the sun and the sky gets a lot darker. Unfortunately, no one in our viewing area here in Middle Tennessee or Southern Kentucky is getting a total solar eclipse. We'll be getting a partial solar eclipse. A partial solar eclipse means the moon is still passing between the sun and earth, but they're not going to directly line up. It'll be just a little offset, so we'll be seeing more of a crescent-looking shape. We'll get between about 90 to 95% coverage for our area at the peak. This means that 90 to 95% of the sun will be covered. Even though it's only a 5 to 10% difference, it won't be near as impressive as what's happening in the path of totality. Folks in the path of totality are the only ones that'll get a great view of this. Here in Nashville, the eclipse will start around 12:44 p.m. on April 8th. We'll hit maximum coverage, which is about 95% coverage, around 2:03 p.m. For Nashville, this partial solar eclipse is going to end at 3:20 p.m. We're not too far from the path of totality, so if you're up for driving 2 or 3 hours, you can head to somewhere like Paducah, Kentucky, or Carbondale, Illinois. Both are in the path of totality. Reporting in Nashville, Brett Luna, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
All right, Brett, thank you for breaking it down, the path of totality. We're going to talk more about it, but listen, there is a 105-year-old man who is hoping to make it lucky 13. His 13th viewing of a solar eclipse is going to happen on April 8th. Laverne Beiser says that, yeah, he remembers every one of his 12 eclipses. That's pretty interesting. The first one began, he says, back in 1963, and he does have memories of traveling the world with his 2 children and his late wife, Mary. So sweet. Listen.
If it stays clear, you just keep watching it. You know, when it goes, you use your glasses when it's partial eclipse, but when it's total, take those up and look at it. And it's just something that's beautiful to see. It'll excite you.
Mr. Beiser, who lives over in Fort Worth, says that, yeah, on April 8th, he's going to be seeing it once again. He's going to be in Plano with his daughter to see it with her. They can all be together. All right, so now I want to check in with Greg because I am confused about this. Greg says here in Middle Tennessee, when's the best time to see it?
Well, as Brett was saying, it starts where you start seeing the moon move across around 12:45ish, and around 2 o'clock is the peak, and then you'll see the moon move away a little bit later than 2 o'clock. So there's about a 2-hour window worth of this whole thing taking place.
Okay.
But the peak of it right around 2 o'clock. We heard a bunch of words thrown around. Let's make it easy on a Friday.
Oh, yeah. You have of course
Let's
you do.
just break it
A
down
graphic.
and just talk about what it is. Partial means exactly what it sounds like. Not the whole sun is covered. Parts of it are, not all of it. We'll get about 95% of it covered. So a little bit of sun still seen. An annular eclipse, people have been asking me this, what does that mean? Well, annular is a word that kind of means ring-shaped here, where you kind of get a red circle around the moon, where the moon's far away from the earth, so it's right in the middle of the sun, but doesn't cover all of it. And then there's the total eclipse. Now here's the timing of all of it that gets interesting. We just talked with a gentleman who's going to be seeing his 13th solar eclipse. Well, about 1 or 2 of those happen per year, but not here, somewhere on the earth. Earth's pretty big, a lot of geography here. So twice a year, there's one somewhere. And then when it comes to a total eclipse, 1 every 2 years. But again, it's not always here. It's rarely here. And this is the fun stat. The same location, the exact same location, so just think Nashville, gets a total solar eclipse about every 360 to 410 years apart. So that's very rare when we see, you know, we had 2017, now we have this, and they're so close to each other. Protect your eyes, please. Don't go out there wearing regular sunglasses or think I got blue blockers on and we're good. You have to make sure you're using those. And I know it's cardboard with a little piece of film over it. That does more than any other pair of shades you're going to get. So get them now and just look forward to April 8th when that eclipse does happen during the afternoon.
All right, everyone, steer clear traffic out there this morning. Let's get you to I-24 at Hickory Hollow Parkway as you make your way in and through the Antioch area. As you can see, traffic is moving very nicely there. Coming in from Rutherford County this morning, no big problems in either direction out there. We're hoping that the traffic patterns will hold steady for the day because it is Good Friday and so many people have the day off. We'll see what happens as we get into our 6 o'clock hour because that's when things can really pour on.
Justin, thank you. Nearly 2/3 of fourth graders in the U.S. struggle to read at grade level. That is why Fox 17 News and our parent company, Sinclair Broadcasting, we're partnering with Reading is Fundamental to support children's literacy. All you need to do is scan the QR code right there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. That way you can easily donate to our virtual book drive. In consumer news right now, Facebook's new feature is closing down in early April, so next week. The decision comes as Facebook looks to go ahead and slim down its political and news content following criticism of misinformation. The news tab that I'm talking about was released back in 2019, and it showed the top national and also international stories. Meta says users will still have access, though, to news articles, so don't worry, and organizations can still promote posts and websites. The company says the change will not impact the users who follow certain accounts, but it will impact how content is then recommended. Just keep it in mind. We are following breaking news this morning out of Williamson County, where fire and rescue crews are responding to a big fire they say that is out of Franklin. The firefighters and other agencies are working at the scene right now. It is active. We're going to show you some photographs right here on the screen. So they're asking folks to go ahead and avoid this area. It is a home fire that they're working. It is along Albany Drive that is just outside of Franklin. We're working to get some more updates there, but you can see a large presence of police officers and fire trucks out there on the scene blocking off this area. Do keep it in mind. We're going to map it out for you once again. It is located over on Albany Drive that is just outside of Franklin. If you're in that area, we're working to get some more updates. We'll be sure to share it as soon as we get those details. Coming up, though, why warmer temps may mean increasing prices at the gas pump. We're going to check out this story and hopefully save you some dollars. And there is a unique initiative surrounding potatoes.
On our full line of F-150s plus 1.9% financing for 72 months available. Some scratched, some didn't, some not, but all with big savings. Town and Country Ford in Madison.
Welcome back. 5:55 is the time. Right now, a lot of folks, I understand, do have the holiday off, and they're going to enjoy a beautiful Easter weekend here in Middle Tennessee. If you're visiting, you are surely in store for a fantastic weekend. We're going to have so much more in your full forecast and let you know what we're watching out for next week in just a couple of minutes. Right now, though, we're talking about gas prices. AAA has a new warning for drivers, and we do want to let you know that you could likely pay more for gas this spring. That's according to a new AAA spokesperson who said the early spring surge in oil prices was likely caused by Ukraine's targeting Russia's oil infrastructure. But gas prices will now likely resume their usual slow and steady seasonal increase with spring break and summer vacations ahead. AAA also says new information shows gas demand dipped slightly last week. Maybe you noticed it. But while a lower demand usually helps push gas prices even lower, AAA says they do remain, as of right now, elevated. A bipartisan group of lawmakers agree on this. Potatoes are vegetables. All right. Senators Susan Collins and Michael Bennet, they are leading a group of senators writing to the Department of Agriculture. What are they writing? Well, they're urging the agency to go ahead and keep potatoes classified as vegetables and not grains. Here's why. Well, the lawmakers argue that potatoes are packed with potassium, calcium, vitamin C, B, and fiber. Beyond the science, the senators argue that reclassifying potatoes could then confuse consumers and could even disrupt the supply chain. Who knew? The debate over spuds heating up this year as the U.S. Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee is developing its next round of dietary guidelines. It's a story that we're following here, a potato story on Fox 17 News. We're going to talk about the Icelandic skies experiencing a variety of colors Thursday because of a volcano in the southwestern region of the country. Look at this video. It erupted once again, but this time the orange lava was met with the northern lights. Look at this video on your screen. A time-lapse video captures the two events coinciding with each other. Oh my goodness. Look at that lava just spewing right here in this area. The northern lights and volcanic activity really catching some folks off guard. The region has experienced, though, we do understand, several eruptions in recent months. I do want to tap in now with our Code Red meteorologist. When you see the volcano, the lava spewing up, and then the northern lights, have you ever witnessed something like that before?
No, I've not seen a volcano lit up with the northern lights. Not
I'm just saying, you are a science buff, so I don't know. It could have previously happened. It does.
Fake. I mean, it truly does. Now, all that I want is like a baked potato by a campfire with the northern lights.
Are you taking it back to my spud story?
Yeah.
The more you know, Greg. I'm just here to share the news that you can truly use.
The more you go full circle,
and I'm going to have a spud update, don't you worry.
A spud update? A spud date?
A spud date.
Ooh, that sounds fun too, like a potato dinner. There we go, taking a look at our dogs of the day. Erica, look up, take a look here. We have Taz, Hank, and Ace sent in by Allie. All three of them showing off, looking at the camera. I wonder if there was a trigger word used to get that picture. Maybe treats. Allie, treats this morning in Lewisburg. Thanks for sending your photo here. The forecast for a dog walk couldn't get much better. This morning a little bit cool in the 30s and 40s, but the afternoon gets us to the 70s. So if you want to wait a little while to get out there and have a nice, long, comfortable dog walk, you're going to be sunny the entire afternoon. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Send us your dog of the day photos by going to Facebook. Meteorologist Greg Bobus, you find that pinned post. Yes, send in your dogs. And just like our trio of four-legged friends today, you can see them right here on Fox 17 News this morning.
Quick look at steer clear traffic as we end our 5 o'clock hour. We're going to begin over here on the east side. This is I-40 at Spence Lane, making that drive in from the east side near Nashville International Airport, which is actually a few miles further down this road here, about 5 miles or so. A reminder, when you get over there, things are going to be very different at the airport. As a matter of fact, I'll get more in depth into that coming up here in our 6 o'clock hour. Right now, all drive times are in the green as we get you out the door. Our 6 o'clock hour of Fox 17 News this morning begins right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News this morning, your Code Red station.
6 o'clock on the dot, now on Fox 17 News this Friday morning. It has been 1 year since a helicopter collision took the lives of 9 U.S. Army soldiers. More now on how they're being remembered and honored to this day.
Coming up, hear how students react after a vote at the Capitol empties the entire Tennessee State University's governing board.
We do want to start by saying thank you for waking up with us here on a Friday morning for Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell has Good Friday off. We're going to tap in now talking about Good Friday and the holiday weekend with our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobes, because man, oh man, it is going to be beautiful.
It absolutely will. This is one of those times where, you know, maybe some relatives coming into town, maybe you're hitting the road, going on a road trip, but you want your vehicle to look pretty good. I mean, nothing worse than a shabby looking car here. Taking a look here, wash or wait. What can you do? I would say go for it today, tomorrow, and also on Sunday. Forecast calling for all very good things. The exercise forecast for today, whether it's running, biking, just a walk around the block. The entire afternoon, temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s and low 70s starting around 10 o'clock this morning. Every yellow shaded bar you see right here is at or above the 60-degree mark. Warmest day we've had in a couple, and we're turning a corner into an even warmer period, taking us into the afternoon, near 70 today and then 80 degrees near it tomorrow. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, what does it tell us for the weekend? It says 79 on your Saturday, 80 on Sunday, 80 degrees on Monday. Temperatures slipping though Tuesday into Wednesday and Thursday. A big cold front moves in on Tuesday. That is our next chance for some thunderstorms. We're going to monitor for any potential severe weather getting us out of the weekend, but nothing to worry about between now and sunset on Monday.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get you to I-40 at Donaldson Pike, very close to Nashville International Airport. You can see there traffic moving along very nicely. No big disruptions out there near the airport. Please keep in mind, if you haven't been over to this side of town recently, yes, we've been telling you about changes at the airport, but now there have been changes to the interstate itself. 216C, which is the third exit there for B&A, has been shut down. It's been shut down permanently. Happened a couple of weeks ago. So if you've accustomed to coming out here, you may know there's 3 exits, A, B, and C. There's no more C now. Now you have to make your choice between A and B when dealing with the airport, or perhaps going to the main post office, which is the other direction there on Donaldson Pike.
Well, we do have an update this Friday morning letting you know that Tennessee State University's Board of Trustees is vacated and then a new board was swiftly appointed. This all happened yesterday by Governor Bill Lee. It's a story that does have some TSU students, though, asking why their input was not considered. Our Fox 17 News reporter Kieran Aguilar is joining us live at the Capitol with reaction from lawmakers, and you also have reaction from students. Good morning, Kieran.
Good morning. TSU students say, as you mentioned, they feel that they're not a part of the process, and their concern moving forward is how good will their school be run now that the entire board of the Tennessee State University has been vacated. As you mentioned, following yesterday's vote behind me here at the state capitol, students held a press conference inside of it, holding a sign that said "Stop the TSU takeover." But Governor Bill Lee still signed the bill and appointed 8 out of the 10 members. Students say they feel that the decision to get rid of the entire board didn't have a conversation to those that it impacts the most, the students. The vote came after TSU has been accused of mismanaging funds. An audit by some legislators found a stark increase of scholarships at TSU between 2019 and 2023 that they say created a lack of campus housing. TSU claims they've been underfunded and the removal isn't fair. Students say they needed to be included in this process, as I mentioned. Take a listen.
I believe that people who look like me or who have the best interest for me should represent my university. Why does something like that have to be said? Why does it take a student each and every time to say this is not what we want, and why hasn't it been heard?
He says that even though the entire TSU's governing board has been removed, the students remain hopeful that the new people that will be appointed and assigned will do a good job for the better of the students there, as you can imagine. Coming up at 6:30, you'll hear reaction from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. Reporting live in front of the Capitol, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Karen, thank you for that update there. Today marks 1 year since the deadly helicopter collision that killed 9 U.S. Army soldiers based over at Fort Campbell, and their memory is for sure living on. And I'll tell you why. These soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division were taking part in a nighttime training exercise over in Trigg County, Kentucky. That is when their Black Hawk helicopters collided, killing everyone on board. Well, now Fort Campbell has unveiled a memorial for the fallen soldiers, honoring them with a dedication ceremony that happened yesterday. The families of those soldiers laid roses at the foot of the memorial. If you'd like to read more about this story and that memorial, go to fox17.com. We now have a sad update to Wednesday's father-son double drowning that happened over in Perry County. We're learning the identities of the father and son. Police identifying the 2 victims as 31-year-old Michael Ryan Tucker and then his 4-year-old son, Michael Allen Tucker. They were both pulled from Tennessee River just hours apart. Emergency crews telling us that they had to get out there and use sonar equipment to assist with the recovery and what is believed to be, as of right now, a fishing accident. We're told that neither of the father or the son were wearing life jackets, but this investigation is ongoing, so there could be some more updates. Let's bring you up to speed right now, though, on the breaking news situation out of Williamson County. That is where fire rescue crews are busy responding to a house fire that is just outside of Franklin. Crews there are asking folks in the area to avoid this spot in particular. So I'm going to map it out for you. Take a look on your screen. If you're just now waking up with us, we do want you to be aware of this breaking news. It is located on Albany Drive. That again is just outside of Franklin. We also want to show you photos of what is happening here. Again, Williamson County Fire Rescue responding to a house fire over in Franklin. I do know our Fox 17 News photographer Kevin Mumphrey is heading out to the scene to give us a live look. We're going to have some more updates in the next half hour or so. Wilson County school leaders are weighing the pros and cons of keeping students in school during the upcoming solar eclipse. Where they landed and why, that story just ahead. And we do want to say thank you for waking up with us here every single morning on Fox 17 News, giving you a live look at Lower Broadway where there is always something going on. Keep in mind your
That's My Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. The Good Feet store, improving people's lives 2 feet at a time.
6:09 is the time. The total solar eclipse is coming up on April the 8th. Haven't you heard? We've done a lot of coverage about it as of late. But schools around the mid-state are trying to figure out exactly how to deal with that event. Rutherford County schools have decided they're going to dismiss school for that day on April the 8th so parents can handle the event in whatever way they see fit. However, Wilson County Schools and their director, Jeff Lettrell, says that he wants to handle it in a slightly different way. Listen.
I do think it's a learning opportunity for some, but it will be. You're going to hear, well, my kid got to see it, my kid didn't. That's going to be. But I think at this point, too, this is one of the things we need to trust our teachers and what they're comfortable with, what they know they can manage.
He wants to keep kids in school for that day. He's telling parents if they want to keep their child at home for an educational opportunity, you can do so, and it will be an excused absence. The board will formally vote on this policy coming up next week.
Time right now closing in on 6:11. Taking a look at your forecast for kids that are heading to school today. Taking a look. First spell 45 degrees. After school 72 degrees. Not a problem when it comes to the weather. Very similar start to yesterday. So whatever clothing options we did yesterday to get out the door to go to school, same thing today. You should be okay. Plenty of sunshine. Sunglasses are going to be necessary here. Sun comes up in about a half hour. The first rays of it already making themselves noticed on our skyline here. So we're not at sunrise yet, but we're getting the first little peaks of it. What I'm also looking ahead to, while we enjoy a perfect weekend with no rain, is next week. Looking ahead to Tuesday, our next chance for some thunderstorms moves in Monday night into Tuesday. Definitely scattered thunderstorms. That is locked in. Timing not locked in yet, so specifics aren't there, and some could be on the stronger side. We're getting some indications of that. That is not set in stone. Just know that our big day to watch when it comes to our next chance for rain, that is going to be Monday night into Tuesday of next week.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get out and about with the very latest happening on I-40 at Broadway as you make that way in and through downtown Nashville. We're looking very nice out there. No big problems for you as you get out and about here. Reminder, things always, of course they can, change. Change is a big part of what we do here at Fox 17 News this morning. But right now, we're not seeing any major problems, not there and not here. 24 Hickory Hollow, also looking really nice as you get out and about there. We'll go over your latest drive time, but nothing to worry about right now. Well, coming up, we got an update to the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse in Baltimore. It's an amazing video that we continue to show here. We're going to tell you about the recovery efforts that are still happening right now. And a bill that would allow citizens to use a gun.
Some scratched, some didn't, some not, but all with big savings. Town and Country Ford in Madison.
His Fox 17 This Morning newscast is sponsored by Sarah Chevrolet Buick GMC of Nashville.
Let's talk about sports. It's a new era of men's basketball at Vanderbilt as the university introduces its new head coach, Mark Byington. And Byington comes to Nashville after leading James Madison to its most successful four-year stretch in more than 30 years. That run was highlighted by a victory in the NCAA tournament just last weekend, over Wisconsin. Before JMU, though, Byington led Georgia Southern to 4 20-win seasons. He is truly hoping to engineer a similar comeback for the Doors. Listen.
The places I've been before, we've built a culture very quickly. And sometimes the culture didn't take place on the scoreboard immediately, but we can see the process of it work, and it eventually came. And, you know, I'm not sure timeline, whatever else. You know, our expectations to win here this year and win now. And I'm trying to find, you know, players out there that are committed to that.
All right, timeline to come. The Commodores finishing last season with 9 wins, 23 losses. The Doors have not made the NCAA tournament, by the way, since back in 2017. Sticking with basketball, happening today, Vols fans, a Sweet 16 showdown between the Tennessee Vols and the Creighton Blue Jays. The number 2 seed Vols are on their second Sweet 16 appearance in a row, okay, back to back. It has been decades, though, since number 3 seeded Creighton from Omaha, Nebraska faced Tennessee. Their only other encounter was back in 1937. It's been a while. The Vols did win that matchup, though, although a lot has changed since then, of course. Tip-off is going to be over in Detroit. Want to double check that. Let me see right here. Yeah, the tip-off is going to be in Detroit, taking place at 8:59 p.m. Central Time. See, I had to double check that because that is so late. I think I'll be up, though. The winner is going to be up against number 1 seed Purdue, or it could also be number 5 seed Gonzaga. Whichever team wins their 6:30 p.m. matchup, that's how we then find out. Let's check in now with our Code Red meteorologist. Are you keeping score when it comes to your bracket, or is it just busted?
Broken? Not necessarily busted just yet, but I mean, there were some upsets yesterday. You had Alabama taking down UNC, the number 1 seed.
Oof.
Barely winning there, 89-87. So that was a big one. Illinois, the 3 seed, beats number 2 Iowa State. So
I mean, at this
not
point,
a big upset there, but still.
I don't even check my bracket anymore because it's
Who'd you have going all the way?
Who do you think? Come on now.
Wasn't that the 16th seed from one of the brackets?
No, that's not true. I thought they were going to go far, but ultimately, I got the Vols.
Okay, so then you're not broken. You're good. You have a chance. There's still a
not broken,
chance.
just hopeful.
Hopefuls. Let's be hopeful. Good words right there. Taking a look at your forecast here. Erica, you mentioned gardening, starting to do a lot of planting. Let's talk about today, times to get out there when you can do it. You can do it the entire weekend. And nothing says spring like just getting the flowers going in the whole 9 yards. 49 degrees at 9 o'clock, 67 degrees at noon, and 72 degrees at 3 p.m. Tons of sun the entire day. Same with tomorrow and also with your Sunday. So if we are doing any gardening, you're doing the watering yourself until Monday night into Tuesday. Also, barbecue alert. Yeah, go for it later today. Fire up the grill here leading into a weekend. 71 at 5 o'clock, 70 degrees at 6, and then 66 degrees at 7. A couple of clouds might creep in late in the day, but those are just kind of clouds for curb appeal, I call them, because they're not going to give you anything to worry about, just fair weather clouds late in the day.
All right, everyone, steer clear traffic as you get out and about this morning. Let's get you to I-65 Trinity Lane on the north side of town. As you can see there, traffic moving along really nicely. Starting to bunch up just a little bit there on the north side, but nothing out of the ordinary. Certainly nothing that's going to cause you big headaches as you make that drive down. So that's certainly great news. Let's get you to your latest drive times. Here we are, Hendersonville to downtown at 27 minutes. Murfreesboro at around 51 minutes. Let's watch this time over the next few seconds. It could grow up in a big way. Mount Juliet to downtown at 25 minutes in from Wilson County.
Let's talk about politics now. A bill expanding your power to make a citizen's arrest is moving forward in the state Senate. A citizen's arrest, okay? Right now, Tennessee law does allow regular folks, everyday people, to arrest violent criminals when police are not around. But it is illegal to use a gun when doing so. There is a senator, Senator Frank Nicely, who is sponsoring a bill, though, that would allow the use of a weapon in the case of a citizen's arrest.
And it would just allow someone to hold someone who committed a crime against them or a violent crime against someone else, hold them until the law got there.
Law enforcement and prosecutors raised objections to this bill, though. But the Senate Judiciary Committee overall passed the bill 6-3 this week. The companion bill is up for a vote in the House subcommittee on Tuesday, and then we'll share some more updates. But we always want to hear from you all. We're asking over on our Fox Nashville X account this question. Take a look. Should Tennesseans be allowed to use a firearm during a citizen's arrest? Right now, 58.7% of you all say no. You still have plenty of time to let us know what you think by going to our Fox Nashville X account and also heading to our Fox Nashville Facebook page. Maybe you noticed this, okay? Easter is Sunday, and a lot of us are going to spend some money when it comes to those Easter egg hunts. On average, apparently some folks are going to be spending $200 per person. I don't know about that, but it's pretty high. So how is that going to impact your celebrations? It's a story we're covering here. Jen Sullivan breaking down the cost.
Grab your baskets and your wallet because Easter spending this year is one for the record books.
Easter is certainly a popular holiday for many consumers.
Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says Americans will shell out about $180 per person on Easter-related items this year, bringing total national spending to $22.4 billion. While those numbers are slightly down from last year, it's still the third highest per person spending on record. So where is that money going? Consumers will likely spend the most on candy and food, according to the NRF's annual Easter survey, followed by gifts, clothing, and decorations.
They're planning lots of special meals, picking up cards, as well as gifts to share with loved ones.
One of the most popular items are eggs, whether you're eating them, decorating them, or hunting them.
We do see that over half of households with children are planning an Easter egg hunt at home this year. That goes up to almost 60% if you have a child under 10.
But don't expect to hunt down any bargains on eggs. The average cost of a dozen large eggs was just under $3 in February, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics' most recent data. That's 47 cents higher than January. So what's causing the rise in cost? Experts say a spike in bird flu cases has impacted supply, and this time of year brings a high demand for eggs. This specific strain was first detected in the U.S. in 2022, according to the CDC. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Jen, thank you. Right now we are taking a live look over on Lower Broadway. And listen, the Predators not coming out on top last night against the Arizona Coyotes, but the puck just...
Free financing. It's Markdown Mania at Electronic Express. We make it happen.
The Good Feet Store, improving people's lives 2 feet at a time.
6:24 is the time, and right now in crisis in the classroom. A startling situation over at a Middle Tennessee high school inside of the bathroom. Leaders say they found a loaded gun in a purse over at Stewart County High School, so certainly sounding some alarms for parents and educators. It was found in a part of a building that they say students don't have access to. The county leaders there say a staff member has now been removed and the sheriff's office is investigating. Keep in mind, though, crisis in the classroom is our Fox 17 News commitment to not only exposing problems, but also finding solutions for issues in our schools. If you're watching and you say, yeah, we have a story that you all should be covering, do us a favor. Send us an email to news@fox17.com or call our tip line, the number on your screen. It is 615-266-4149. In national headlines this morning, we're going to Baltimore because the National Transportation Safety Board is sharing video of investigations going on regarding the cargo ship that knocked down Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge. Investigators from NTSB are inspecting the vessel, doing a lot of that. They're also collecting evidence. This does come a day, or days rather, after the freight ship struck the bridge. And I mean, look at the impacts here left behind. It brought most of that bridge just tumbling into the river, sending 8 folks into the water there. 2 bodies, we understand, were recovered Wednesday in a pickup truck about 25 feet underwater. The recovery effort is currently ongoing, but also they say it's going to have to be on hold because of dangers of floating debris there. Investigations are busy collecting information regarding the ship's voyage data recorder. They're also saying that they're interviewing the ship's 2 pilots and crew members. Greg stepped out, so we do want to take a quick look when it comes to your Code Red weather update. And here you go. Look at today's forecast. Lots of sunshine, 72 degrees and mostly sunny. I was asking Greg about gardening. Is it a good idea to get started? And he says systems a go. Let's take another look here at Easter Sunday, though. You can see the bunny having a good time dancing on screen. Going to be 80 degrees. If you're looking forward to some Easter egg hunts or enjoying a church service and then a brunch outside, you are going to be in for a treat with a wonderful Sunday on tap.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get you out and about to I-24. This is at Old Hickory Boulevard in the Antioch area. coming in through places like Cane Ridge out there. We're doing really nice out there so far this morning. Wide open traffic. Cane Ridge High School is just over here, just off of this exit, but no problems in either direction out here. We're expecting a fairly calm traffic morning because of Good Friday, so a lot of folks have the day off. Same can be said here, I-40 at Fessler's Lane into downtown. Here we're looking really nice. This too can slow up later in the morning. We'll watch it carefully.
We have continuing coverage after the break of the search for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, what his father has to say about the search efforts. We're also continuing to
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Fox 17 News following breaking news out of Franklin. That is where crews are searching for a missing person as they also work a house fire. More updates and we're live from the scene. Also on Fox 17 News, after months of debate and controversy, we're talking about the pivotal bill to vacate Tennessee State University's board. And Fox 17 News showing you a beautiful start, but look at this sunrise on Good Friday, what your weather looks like for the Easter holiday, and what we're tracking for next week.
Steer clear traffic takes us to I-40 at Fessler's Lane, east of town. Nice drive so far. Will it hold up? We've got the latest.
We do want to start, though, by thanking you for waking up with us here on a busy Friday morning. Good Friday on Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell has the morning off. We do want to get right to our breaking news out of Williamson County. That is where crews are on the scene of a house fire and letting us know that one person they understand is missing. We are sending our Fox 17 News crew out there to ask some questions, get you a live look, but it is something to be mindful of if you're waking up in that area. We're mapping it out for you right now, so do take a look at your screen. That way you get a better idea of where exactly this is happening. It is located over on Albany Drive. Again, that is just outside of Franklin. We also have photos right here on your screen of crews who are busy responding to this area. So as I mentioned, one person is reportedly missing out of this area. We understand that it is in relation to the house fire, but we do not have many details. That is what we are working to learn, making those calls. No name or age for who this possibly could be, who we're talking about, but we're going to get out there, get you a live look as soon as we can. We also have an update this Friday morning as we continue talking about a bill aiming to get rid of Tennessee State University's governing board. The House passed a bill yesterday to go ahead and, yes, get rid of the entire board. Hours later, Governor Bill Lee signed that bill into law. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar is telling us about the impact and giving us reaction from not only students, but also lawmakers.
Governor Bill Lee quickly appointed 8 out of the 10 board members following yesterday's vote at the Capitol behind me. And boy, did the debate get heated on the House floor. Some lawmakers outraged, others not as much. This comes after House GOP supermajority struck a deal to keep 3 out of the 10 board members. But yesterday, Republicans changed their tune, arguing replacing the entire board needed to happen after an audit for TSU's handling of their finances. House Democrats suggested the vote is to get revenge on the board, previously refusing to oust the outgoing TSU president, Glenda Glover. Take a listen to what lawmakers on both sides of the aisle had to say.
The optics of this today are awful. If you can't look at this and see that the optics of what you're doing today is awful, you need to take your blinders off.
Extended grace, extended grace, extended grace. If there was any other institution who had had this measure of issues and mishandling and mismanagement, the state of Tennessee would demand that we've done something.
Students tell Fox 17 News that they are upset that they didn't get a say in this process, considering they are the stakeholders and the ones who will be affected by this. Reporting in front of the Capitol, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
I don't feel whole anymore.
Well, that is 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers' biological father speaking out. We do have new information, though, in the search for the missing Sumner County teenager. The 15-year-old's mother, father, and stepfather meeting with TBI just yesterday, and we're told that they were discussing the disappearance and the ongoing search efforts. Fox 17 News, we also met with Seth Rogers to get an update on this investigation. Rogers says he still has hope that his son is alive. A concern, though, that the biological father of the 15-year-old did raise is that he recently found out DCS has been called to Katie and Chris Proudfoot's home over in Hendersonville. Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, confirmed with us DCS has been called to their home before, but also says that all those cases are closed. The family now wants to focus, they say, on finding Sebastian Rogers.
Sebastian's been missing for more than a month now. What keeps you getting up every morning, going out and searching for him?
Being a dad, having perseverance, wanting him to come home, wanting to watch him finish growing up.
The shirt that you're seeing right here on your screen is the one that Seth is wearing. He says it's a walking billboard of Sebastian. This is the last photo that the biological father says that he took of his 15-year-old son. We've also updated you on how the United Cajun Navy is stepping up and asking volunteers to help assist them in the search efforts. If you want to find some more information about that, go to fox17.com and search Sebastian Rogers. We want to get back up to our breaking news situation, though, out of Williamson County, because our crews are on the ground showing you a live look of this destroyed home, and crews are actively working outside of Franklin to go ahead and extinguish the fire. But they're also keeping you updated about how a missing person is somehow connected to this fire that they're trying to put out. Now, this is just outside of Franklin, and I do want to make sure we get the right address. It is located over on Albany Drive. So you can see multiple firefighters out there working this scene. The roof is destroyed. A lot of that home is destroyed, and they're asking folks who are in this area, perhaps you live on this street of Albany Drive, to go ahead and avoid the area as much as possible. We just got a shot out there, so I do want to ask our photographer if you can zoom in as much as possible. One missing person is now who they're searching for, trying to get some more information as to the age or perhaps the name of who they're looking for, but we're not getting that information just yet. The fire, though, does seem to be active right now. There's a lot of smoke out there that they're trying to extinguish. We're going to continue to follow this story and get you some more updates as soon as we can.
And a look right now at your forecast here at 6:36 this morning. Three things taking us into the upcoming weekend. One is that this is the last cold morning we have. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 30s, low 40s, 70s later on this afternoon. Fantastic looking weekend ahead. We'll be in the 70s this afternoon, then near 80 tomorrow, Sunday, and into Monday. Some storms next week that we can't rule out going Monday night into Tuesday. That is the next big day to watch. But in the meantime, focus on all the nice warm temperatures ahead. 72 goes to 79, then 80 on Sunday, 80 on Monday. We're dry all of the daylight hours of Monday. The storms begin to roll in Monday night into Tuesday. That is a day to watch because there are some subtle indicators that we could have some strong storms on Tuesday, but we are far too removed, 5 days away, to be worried about severe weather at this point. Just know that Tuesday is the day. We'll keep monitoring into the upcoming weekend.
Steer clear traffic. Take a look at your screen, everyone. I want to show you the struggle bus out there, and in this case, a sedan. I-65 at Trinity Lane. It just left the frame a short time ago. Maybe they'll move the camera on me. There it is. You can see it now. This car is dealing with a flat tire. I'm not sure where it's trying to get to, but there's no question that that tire is flat on the driver's side front there. You can see it. There's no rubber left, and they're dragging alongside of 65 at Trinity Lane. Just heads up there on that north side. Hopefully that car can get wherever it's trying to go.
Coming up, we're sharing an update out of Memphis and letting you know why Governor Bill Lee is reversing the city's recent police reforms. And also, real quick, take a look at this beautiful Friday morning sunrise. We're off to a beautiful start out there.
Days. Visit Darrell Waltrip Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
This Fox 17 newscast is sponsored by the Nashville Predators.
At 6:40, Fox 17 News, we are continuing to follow breaking news out of Franklin. Take a look at your screen right now. Williamson County Fire and Rescue is responding to a house fire just outside of Franklin. This is over on Albany Drive. They're also letting us know, they're confirming that one person is missing as a result of this fire that is happening over in Franklin. And you can see them out there, the heavy smoke in this area. The roof is gone from this home. They're asking folks, if you're just now waking up with us, they're asking folks on Albany Drive, if you can, to avoid being outside in this area, to avoid driving in this area right now, because they are trying to work this fire. We have our crews out there giving us some updates and live looks. Multiple officers. Goodness, a lot of officers out there trying to extinguish this fire. But again, one person is missing. We are trying to make some calls and get some more updates, and we'll share the details as soon as we know some more. Right now, though, we do want to check in with our Code Red meteorologist. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Time right now is 6:41. Taking a look at getting out the door, and some kids have off school today going into the Easter holiday, but some are getting to the bus stops here this morning. Temperature is going to be in the upper 30s, low 40s at first bell. After school, looking really good to take us into a weekend at 72 degrees. Sunshine the entire time. So they'll be looking out the window in class going, can I get out of here and get going for the weekend? Once we get to the weekend, everything looks fantastic. More sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. Right now, sun coming up for us, and we're going to see it from start to finish. What we're watching for the next weather maker, the next chance of storms, that's not until Monday night into Tuesday. They'll be scattered in nature. Some could be strong. It is way too early to get specific on timing if we actually do have a guarantee for severe weather. But we're monitoring this day very carefully to make sure that when we get out of a really nice weekend, we're not caught off guard Monday night into Tuesday.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get you to I-65 and Trinity Lane. This is the north side of town. We were watching this car, blue car here with the flat tire on the front end, drag its way along I-65 near Trinity Lane. We believe they're on the exit lane now, and now they're waiting for help right there. So stalled vehicle, watch out for potholes and other things that can give you this flat like this car has got, so you can avoid sitting on the shoulder of the road. Other things happening out there include 24 at Briley Parkway through Antioch. Looking very nice. We're working on your latest drive times, and we'll have them for you coming up in a few.
Justin, thank you. Coming up next, now that we're more than 1 year after the hump, how lawmakers are increasing school safety. And we're also talking about the total solar eclipse, which is less than 2 weeks away. Some folks on social media, though, they're confused about who's going to see total darkness.
Tonight at 7 on Fox 17.
Watch Crisis in the Classroom only on Fox 17 News.
6:45 is the time, and right now we do want to update you regarding breaking news once again happening over in Franklin. The Williamson County Fire Rescue Team is responding to this house fire that is located over on Albany Drive. Well, we are now getting some updates from rescue crews who say 3 people were displaced from this home, and 1 person is currently unaccounted for. You can see crews there working very hard to really try to fix this issue at hand. The Red Cross, we understand, is assisting the family with hotel arrangements. The home, they say, was fully engulfed shortly after that call came in this morning, and the 911 call coming in at a time that once the crews were able to arrive, they were only able to really extinguish the exterior. So there is an ongoing investigation as to how this all started. But again, 1 person who was inside of this home right now is unaccounted for. We're going to continue following this story and give you some more updates as they do come in. Well, more than a year now after the deadly shooting rampage at the private Christian school in Green Hills, House Majority Leader William Lambert says lawmakers remain focused on school safety, but he also says legislation can take time. He points to, though, what's been done so far, including $200 million in school safety grants, funding to keep people found and competent to stay in trial from being put back on the streets, and a change in school fire alarm protocols.
Prayers without works doesn't bear fruit, but when you're working on issues that actually improve safety, that's good work to be done, and so that's what we're going to continue to do.
Earlier this week, though, we did hear from Covenant School families who they say are continuing to push for things like expanded background checks, and they're also hoping for faster progress. In politics now, Governor Bill Lee signing a new law that repeals several recently passed police reforms over in Memphis. City leaders passing new ordinances after the beating death of Tyree Nichols at the hand of police following a traffic stop last year. Now, among the laws voided, including a measure that would keep officers from stopping someone for a minor violation. Think of things like a broken taillight. Governor Lee backing GOP lawmakers who said, while tragic, the Nichols case should not limit, he says, how police conduct stops. Looking ahead now at the solar eclipse, some folks on social media are confused about who is going to experience total darkness and who won't. Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Brett Luna is shedding light, see what I did there, on this issue. Listen.
Well, the answer is it really just depends on where you're at. If you're within the path of totality, this is a total solar eclipse. If you're outside the path of totality, this is a partial solar eclipse. A total solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and Earth, directly lining up. It totally blocks the face of the sun, and the sky gets a lot darker. Unfortunately, no one in our viewing area here in Middle Tennessee or Southern Kentucky is getting a total solar eclipse. We'll be getting a partial solar eclipse. A partial solar eclipse means the moon is still passing between the sun and Earth, but they're not going to directly line up. It'll be just a little offset, so we'll be seeing more of a crescent-looking shape. We'll get between about 90 to 95% coverage for our area at the peak. This means that 90 to 95% of the sun will be covered. Even though it's only a 5 to 10% difference, it won't be near as impressive as what's happening in the path of totality. Folks in the path of totality are the only ones that'll get a great view of this. Here in Nashville, the eclipse will start around 12:44 p.m. on April 8th. We'll hit maximum coverage, which is about 95% coverage, around 2:03 p.m. For Nashville, this partial solar eclipse is going to end at 3:20 p.m. We're not too far from the path of totality, so if you're up for driving 2 or 3 hours, you can head to somewhere like Paducah, Kentucky, or Carbondale, Illinois. Both are in the path of totality. Reporting in Nashville, Brett Luna, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Brett, thank you. Greg, are you excited about the solar eclipse? We talk about it so much now.
I mean, I'm very excited because they don't happen that often. I mean, we think because we had the one 7 years ago that, oh, we're going to get one every 7 years. That is not how it works when it comes to how good this one's going to be. So April 8th, we'll have our eyes completely glued to the actual forecast for it. And we're not going to have our eyes glued to the sun, though. Please get your glasses. You can get them right now. You can buy them online. They'll be here tomorrow or the day after, and you got plenty of time to get them. And I know you're going to think, what's cardboard and a little piece of film going to do for the eye holes? It helps out very, very nicely. What you do not want to do is replace them with regular glasses. I don't care how dark your lenses are. I don't care if you've got blue blockers, any of that stuff, not going to help. Also, don't be the person that puts the glasses over a camera and then holds it up and then looks to the viewfinder. It's going to hurt your eyes even more. They have filters to do that when it comes to actual camera lenses you can get to put on top. Do that instead. What to do? Inspect them for tears or scratches or anything that we have to watch out for, because supervise children at all times as well. Solar eclipse glasses, you don't need them for the dogs. Your pets aren't that dumb. They know not to look up at the sun. We're the ones who have to be smart about it and make sure that we're definitely not looking up at the sun and we've got the glasses going. My curious question has nothing to do with the eclipse. It has to do with potatoes. In the 1890s, potatoes were so valuable that they were often traded for what? Gold, silver, platinum, or diamonds. This is not a joke. We'll have the answer for that coming up and look at your 7-day forecast in about 4 minutes.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
This tree photo shows evidence of a lightning strike which can turn water to steam in cells just inside the tree. The resulting explosion can shatter bark pieces. If the strike is deep enough, it can blow the tree to bits. And ice crystals in these cirrus clouds plus sunlight create a faint halo. Another act of refraction through the crystals forms the vibrant sundog to the right.
For more content like this, follow the National Weather Desk on Instagram.
Steer clear traffic this morning. Let's get you out to I-65 at Trinity Lane. You can see it there. The car on the shoulder of the road, still dealing with that flat tire there on the north side. Moving along fine beside it. Just be aware. Watch out for the potholes and things like that. It can really cramp your style trying to get into town. This is I-40 at Fester's Lane, just east of downtown. Also looking okay there this morning. No major crashes out there to tell you about. Checking in with Metro Police, they have only reported a couple of crashes since we've gotten going at 4 o'clock this morning. So a light traffic morning because of Good Friday.
Nearly 2/3 of fourth graders in the U.S. struggle to read at grade level, which is why, listen up, Fox 17 News and our parent company Sinclair Broadcasting, we're partnering with Reading is Fundamental to support children's literacy. To get involved, scan the QR code right there on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. That way you can then donate to our virtual book drive. Well, we were in store for a beautiful holiday weekend, but what about those gas prices? We're going to tell you about the increases and hopefully save you some money. And you heard Greg talking about potatoes. Well, there is an interesting initiative surrounding potatoes. Why the categorization of the potato
compensation they deserve. To see if you qualify, call me now at 1-800-844-1712.
Welcome back. 6:55 is the time, and right now we're showing you a beautiful live look on this Good Friday of the sunrise. And boy, oh boy, are you in for a treat. We're talking about temperatures this weekend that are going to be climbing up to the 80s. It's also, Greg says, our code red meteorologist, Greg Bobus, says that planting is now underway. He's given us the green light to go ahead and get that green thumb going. And if you're heading out on Sunday for church or perhaps an Easter egg hunt or any other service, you're going to be just enjoying some warm temperatures out there. You might even work out a good sweat. Let's talk about consumer news, though. Let's talk about gas prices. AAA has a warning for drivers that you will likely pay more for gas this spring. I don't want to hear that, but according to AAA, a spokesperson for them, the early spring surge in oil prices was likely caused by Ukraine's targeting of Russia's oil infrastructure. But gas prices will now likely resume their usual slow and steady seasonal increase because of spring break and then all those summer vacations. That typically does happen. AAA also says, though, new data shows gas demand dipped slightly last week. But while a lower demand usually helps push gas prices lower, they say it still does pretty much remain elevated. Just something to think about before filling up for the holiday weekend. A bipartisan group of lawmakers, they agree on this. Potatoes. That's a lot of potatoes, are vegetables. Senator Susan Collins and Michael Bennett are leading a group of senators writing to the Department of Agriculture, urging the agency to keep potatoes classified as vegetables and not grains. Well, the lawmakers argue that potatoes are packed with potassium, calcium, vitamin C, B, fiber. Beyond the science, though, the senators argue that reclassifying potatoes would confuse consumers and it might even disrupt the supply chain. The debate over spuds heating up this year as the U.S. Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee is developing their next round of dietary guidelines. Let's check in now with our Code Red Spud meteorologist. I'm giving you a title change.
You know I had to go here, and this is not a joke. In the 1890s, this is in Alaska, okay? Potatoes were so valuable that they were often traded for what? Ounce for ounce. Was it gold, silver, platinum, or diamonds?
Why not say D, diamonds? Sure.
Diamonds? Nah, it's gold. There was an Alaskan gold rush. Okay. And they would literally trade potatoes ounce for gold. Now, gentlemen out there, maybe there's a birthday coming up for that special someone, or you're thinking Valentine's Day. Do not give your loved one a potato. The ounce for ounce net worth of potatoes is no longer that of gold. But yeah, back in the 1890s it was. Barbecue alert, maybe some spuds are going on the grill later today. No matter how you make them, you got a good forecast for it. Taking a look, getting up, getting out the door, 71 degrees, your temperature at 5 o'clock, 70 at 6, and 66 degrees at 7. Your 7-day forecast puts us back up near 80 for Saturday. And on Sunday, we have a happy bunny there for Easter. And we'll be at 80 degrees on Monday. Stick with me going into the 7 o'clock half hour. I'm going to tell you this right now. We have a chance for some storms Monday night into Tuesday, and new information always rolls in right around 7 to 7:30. We'll give you the latest updates on potential thunderstorms going into next week.
We sure will. Right now, though, we do want to check in on your steer clear traffic. Keep in mind, though, a lot of folks are off. Classes canceled for a lot of students, but let's take a live look. I-24 at Bradley Parkway over in Antioch. That's over by the Tanger outlets. And listen, you're noticing a lot less congestion. No issues at hand. That's always a good update. We'll continue sharing those steer clear traffic updates with you throughout 9 o'clock. Let's take you to Iceland, though. The Icelandic sky is experiencing a variety of colors Thursday. Take a look at this. A volcano in the southwestern region of the country erupted once again, but this time the orange lava was then met with the northern lights, putting on quite the show. This time-lapse video capturing the two events coinciding with each other. Yeah, the region has experienced several eruptions that we talked about in recent months, so there it goes, a bubbly experience.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Coming up, I'll have an update on the missing 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who has autism, from Hendersonville.
Also coming up, a week after Riley Strain's body was found in Nashville, the college student's funeral will be held today. We're going to tell you how his family says others can honor his memory.
And the forecast calling for an increase in temperature toward the weekend, but storms next week. We'll look through all of it hour by hour in your forecast.
Thank you so much for waking up with us here on a Friday morning. Fox 17 News, I'm Erica Glover.
And I am Justin McFarland. Fox 17 News is your only local news source, live with you from 7 until 9. Jen Waddell has this Friday off.
We're going to get started right now with our breaking news update. The Williamson County Fire Rescue Crew is responding to a house fire just outside of Franklin over on Albany Drive.
We have some updates from the crews on the scene who say that 3 people were displaced from this home. You can see the damage as the house is nothing but a shell of its former self. However, there's still 1 person unaccounted for right now. The Red Cross is assisting that family with hotel arrangements.
It's a story we're continuing to update over on fox17.com. Our crew's out there live. We'll continue sharing some more updates as we get some more details throughout 9 a.m.
You, Katie, and Chris had a meeting with TBI today. Did you find out any new information?
Well, the search for Sebastian Rogers continues now, a little over a month now since he was last seen from his Hendersonville home.
Yeah, now volunteers with the United Cajun Navy are busy trying to really increase the search efforts for the 15-year-old.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar live for us this morning out there in Sumner County. We understand, Karen, we are now hearing from the biological father of this young man.
That's right, Justin. And the biological father, Seth Rogers, tells Fox 17 News that he's not giving up hope on finding his son, Sebastian Rogers. And we also heard from the United Cajun Navy that they will be entering another day of the search somewhere in this area here behind me here on Volunteer Drive in about 3 hours. They tell me there was a decline of people showing up, but are hoping now that thousands of flyers have been passed out for Rogers, more people will show up today. They say when people show up, that's when they will be directed on where to go. Seth tells Fox 17 News that he spoke to TBI regarding his son's case, but can't disclose much. He also answered whether he or Sebastian's mom or stepdad are being investigated as potential suspects. Listen.
The investigation is still ongoing. We wouldn't be cleared until the investigation's done. But currently, from my understanding, they don't have any information that would attach us to any wrongdoing.
There's been a lot of questions surrounding Sebastian Rogers' disappearance, including his stepdad and his mom's involvement in his disappearance. Coming up at 7:30, you'll hear his mom answer those questions herself. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Karen, thank you so much for that update. Fox 17 News, we have been on top of this story ever since the search efforts for Sebastian Rogers began.
You can see our previous reporting by going to our website, fox17.com, and search the word Sebastian. Well, happening today, the funeral for Riley Strain will take place, the 22-year-old University of Missouri student who went missing in Nashville just a few weeks ago.
And people around Nashville and from far, far away, they banded together to search for him and really support his family and friends. A week ago, though, his body was found in the Cumberland River.
Now, Riley's funeral will be held in Springfield, Missouri. They're going to have visitation starting at 11 o'clock this morning. Riley's family is asking for donations to be given to the Missouri Department of Conservation in his honor, as he was a dedicated volunteer for wildlife.
And they wrote in his obituary, quote, "The happiness he brought to those around him will be forever remembered."
In the meantime, here at 7:04, let's get to Greg Pelvis. He's standing by to tell us about your weekend forecast. That's going to be warmer is the key word here, Greg.
That it absolutely is. The last couple mornings weren't great. We had 30s, we had frost. This morning, we're already getting out of the 30s, back into the 40s, right side of your screen. Current temps there all the way through 9 o'clock. And maybe you're visiting Nashville and going, what am I working into? If you didn't check the weather, I'm going to give you all the details, and they're all good. Take a look back to the 70s later on this afternoon, low 70s, tons of sunshine, nearly perfect for the entire weekend. We talk about code red. That's our threat level when it comes to rough weather. We're all clear. Nothing. It's all green lights for everything across the board. We are at 39. It looks a little wet on Lower Broadway. We hose everything down. We clean everything up for each and every new morning here leading toward a weekend. Taking a look, temperature right now, we have a couple 30s that are still out there. We knew that the upper elevation elevations on the right side of your screen in the Cumberland Plateau. Areas like Clarksville and McMinnville would be in the lower 30s, so you may have one or two of those patches of frost. Most of us, though, are going to start seeing our temperatures go up very quickly now that our sun is up. Some kids going to school, others have the day off, but if you're getting the backpacks ready, 45 degrees at first bell, 72 degrees will be your temperature at the end of the school day. With that unlimited sunshine, here's your 7-day forecast, and enjoy the weekend. 79 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday, 80 on Monday. I do have forecast updates for Monday night into Tuesday, and my thoughts on any potential strong to severe thunderstorms. That's coming your way in 5 minutes in the next check of your coded forecast.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. Steer clear traffic. Let's get you out and about this morning at I-24. This is at Waldron Road as you make your way in from Laverne. Good morning out there in Rutherford County. We're looking really nice. The reason we're looking really nice is because it's Good Friday. A lot of folks have decided to take the day off, it would seem. So this has really decreased our traffic levels in a big way. We will continue to follow things out there on the roads as we get more details. But look at this. This is 4 a.m. type of drive times here. 27 minutes in from Franklin, still under an hour in from Murfreesboro. Well, we do have new information this morning on that father and son double drowning that happened in Perry County. Police have now identified the two victims involved here, 31-year-old Michael Ryan Tucker and his 4-year-old son, Michael Allen Tucker. They were both pulled from the Tennessee River just a few hours apart. Emergency crews used sonar equipment to assist in the recovery in what is believed to have been a fishing accident. Neither one was wearing life jackets. The investigation remains ongoing. Well, Wilson County school leaders are weighing the pros and cons of keeping students in school during the solar eclipse. We're going to tell you how they're working on a compromise they're hoping will make everyone happy.
And a quick reminder here, Fox 17 News, your own.
This Fox 17 This Morning newscast is sponsored by Tennessee Home Buyers.
7:09 is the time. The total solar eclipse is coming up on April the 8th. Schools across the mid-state are trying to figure out exactly what they want to do on that particular day. They want to see, well, can students use this as an educational experience? We don't have these all the time. The Rutherford County Schools has decided they're going to dismiss for the day to make sure that parents can handle it in whatever way they want. However, Wilson County Schools and their school director says they want to handle it in a different way. They want to be in school. One of their school board members explains why.
Even 11 days out, I'm a nurse, and I would have had to call out of work. And I can assure you the hospital doesn't really care that there's an eclipse and we've decided to close because people need to be taken care of. And that's the same with any job like that. Not everybody has jobs that they can just take the day off. You know, there's some kindergarten teachers that are going to want to do it. There's some that aren't going to because it's hard to keep 22 sets of glasses on 22 little eyes. Or 44 little eyes.
So the Wilson County School Board is weighing the decision. They're saying at this point, if parents want to keep their particular student home for the solar eclipse, they can do so, and it will be an excused absence, but they're going to open up schools for everyone else. They're hoping to take a formal vote on this coming up next week.
7:10, your time taking a look at your forecast, getting up and out the door here leading into Easter weekend. And Easter Sunday is going to be a nice day from the minute you wake up until you go to bed. Temperature right near 60 degrees, maybe part of your day. Getting an Easter egg hunt going for the kids. Here's noon, 73 degrees. We're going to have that bright blue sky, tons of sunshine, and 80 degrees at 3 p.m. We've boosted that temperature to 80, and we'll be in the upper 70s all the way from 10 a.m. through about 7 p.m. Still at 77 degrees at 6 o'clock, and our sun won't set until after 7 o'clock on Sunday itself. Now, I did mention updates to potential rain next week. Here are my thoughts. Monday night into Tuesday is the timeline. Do we have an exact hour-by-hour timeline? Not yet. We're 4.5, 5 days out. We're not there yet, but scattered storms are possible, and a few of them could be on the stronger side. There is definitely a question mark at the end of that. Too early for specifics when it comes to how strong they could be or who has the potential for any strong thunderstorms. So what we're doing is we're going to watch this for you. You're going to enjoy the weekend. We'll wake up on Monday. We'll reassess everything and know what's coming our way. It's not a day to be scared about. We're just making sure that we're watching it for you so you're prepared way ahead of time going into Tuesday.
Well, up next on Fox 17 News this morning, we're keeping an eye on steer clear traffic, a lighter than normal traffic day. Even though we are dealing with a couple of issues, we'll take you there, like this one on the north side.
Have we ever vacated an entire board of a university before?
State representatives lifting their voices at the Capitol. This is after the House votes to replace Tennessee
in MAC loyalty cash during the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event at Matthews Nissan in Clarksville. Up to $9,500 off the MSRP on a new Armada. Plus, get a lifetime warranty. MatthewsNissan.com.
7:14 is the time in Fox 17 News. We do want to let you know about breaking news regarding an endangered child alert. So stop what you're doing and take a look at your screen. TBI says 15-year-old Isaac Steele was last seen in the area of Hamilton Avenue over in South Pittsburgh. Now that area, if you're not familiar, is right between Nashville and Chattanooga. TBI says that Isaac Steele may be traveling, this is very specific, on a camouflage Coleman Power Sports mini bike. TBI says that he is 15 years old, 5'10", 140 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a white shirt, white sweatpants, and green slide shoes. Anyone with information is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
I believe that people who look like me or who have the best interest for me should represent my university. Why does something like that have to be said? Why does it take a student each and every time to say this is not what we want, and why hasn't it been heard?
A heated debate at the state capitol. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has now appointed brand new members to the Tennessee State University Board of Directors. This is after the House voted to completely vacate all members of the board. Now, the move came with a lot of criticism by both past and current students at Tennessee State. They feel the change will affect them in an adverse way, not a good way. House Republicans believe it's a step moving forward here in the right direction. They're pointing to financial mismanagement by the old board.
The optics of this are horrendous.
To look at, we're having a new president of the university, and we're going to have an all-new board. So the university is going to be at a disadvantage when fighting for the money that is due to us because we're losing institutional knowledge.
All right, that is Delicia Porterfield there, a city council member for the city of Nashville. There is also news that this comes out 7 months after the university president, Dr. Glenda Glover, announced her retirement that's coming up this spring. If you want to read the complete coverage of this story and get the response from the Republicans who voted for this, you can do so by visiting our website, fox17.com.
Right now, though, we do have an update this Friday morning after a pedestrian was hit by a car Wednesday night. The Metro Nashville Police Department is now identifying the victim. 24-year-old Perry Reed was walking on the right side of Smith Springs Road near Castlegate Drive. That's when a Nissan Altima struck Reed. The driver, though, stayed on the scene and didn't tell police that she did not see Reed. The driver showed no signs of impairment. That's according to police. The investigation, though, is ongoing.
7:17 is the time. Let's get to Greg Bobis. He's got your Good Friday forecast here as you head into the Easter weekend.
And there's not a worry for anything. I know a lot of plans here the next couple of days, no matter what your plan may be. If it even just involves walking from your car to inside a building, and that's all, and everything else is indoors, it's great.
Gotta get that Easter wear together. You know.
100%.
The Easter suit.
Oh, man.
The Easter suit, the Easter wear.
Easter hat, Easter bonnet, whatever you're doing.
It's the worst when it rains and then you plan the whole outfit and you're
Yeah,
carrying
it's
the
all-
umbrella
it
and the whole.
It means nothing now.
None of that. Plan accordingly, and what I mean by that is plan exactly what you want and you're going to be okay. We're not even going to have wet paw pads this weekend, so our 3 dogs of the day. We got a trio of them here. We have Taz, Hank, and Ace, sent in by Allie from Lewisburg. We are going to have a good-looking dog walking forecast. Now, something tells me to get all 3 of them to look at the camera like this. Probably it did involve a trigger word. I mentioned this earlier, so Allie, if you're watching, maybe a treat. Do you want to have a treat? This is that time of the morning. Get them up, get them walking, and give them those treats before you head out the door. Taking a look here at the forecast for the dog walking. It's going to be in the 40s here the next couple of hours. We're still hanging around to a couple of 30s right now. We get to 44 degrees at 8 o'clock, 59 at 10, and 63 degrees at 11. How do you send your dog of the day? Well, just like Allie did, you go to my Facebook page, meteorologist Greg Bobis. You find that pinned post. You send your dog there with the names and maybe a story, maybe where you're from. and we'll share all of your dogs of the day right here on Fox 17 News this morning. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, and we do have an up and up in temperature. Not just the afternoons get better, but the night times get better. This morning, and the last 2 mornings before it, we were in the 30s. If you're visiting town here, yeah, you're a little bit spoiled here in Music City. You're going to be at 79 degrees tomorrow, 80 degrees on Sunday. You're waking up with temperatures that are in the 50s, if not close to 60. Monday night into Tuesday. That's our next chance for some showers and thunderstorms. We cannot rule out severe weather. At this time, we're watching it carefully. Just know that today we are watching a day you should have in the back of your mind when we're getting out of the upcoming weekend.
Stay clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get a good look here at what we're dealing with at I-65 at Trinity Lane there on the north side. Been watching this car that was kind of dragging itself down the shoulder of the road for a good distance. It's got a flat tire on the driver's side front there that they've been dealing with. There is someone still there in that car. They're waiting on some assistance, so just heads up there on that north side, 65 at Trinity Lane, right at the exit. Other than that, we're doing okay. This is 40 at Fessler's, just east of downtown. Traffic actually lighter than normal. People taking the Good Friday off, so that means not as much traffic out there on the road as we would normally see.
At 7:19, we do want to update the breaking news that we talked about overnight. Metro Police say they've arrested this man, 22-year-old David Bush, for a violent road rage shooting that happened near the Nashville airport.
Now, police say that he shot the driver of that car that cut him off on Murfreesboro Pike. That driver remains in the hospital and is now in stable condition. Police have charged Bush with attempted homicide as well as reckless endangerment. He remains in the Metro jail.
Right now, though, Fox 17 News, we are following breaking news as Williamson County fire rescue crews responding to this house fire just outside of Franklin over on Albany Drive. We know 2 people made it out, but 1 person is missing. More updates ahead.
And listen up, if you
on our full line of F-150s plus 1.9% financing for 72 months available. Some scratched, some didn't, some not, but all with big savings. Town and Country Ford in Madison.
Welcome back. 7:23 is the time. We noticed this morning there is a lot less construction, but we also want to let you know, for travelers heading out for the holiday weekend, that TDOT is going to suspend all interstate construction work on Easter weekend. So now, in anticipation of increased holiday travel, TDOT crews and contractors are going to stop all road construction work that requires lane closures, and it's going to last through Monday. So just keep that in mind. Monday at 6 a.m. It's going to, they say, provide maximum roadway capacity. A lot of fancy words here, to all the travelers who are going to be heading out for this beautiful holiday weekend. Or maybe you're staying closer to home. Maybe you're trying to find some things to do. Opry Mills, they're offering free photos. Well, I shouldn't say free. I'm not sure about that. They're offering photos with the Easter Bunny today and tomorrow. I cannot confirm if it's free. Can you confirm, Greg, if it's free? You don't know yet. Okay.
No, I do not.
What we do know is that the bunny is going to be ready 11 a.m. from 7 p.m. You can make reservations online, or you can just show up and say, hey, I'm here. I'm ready for the bunny. Again, this is inside of Opry Mills near Entry 2. If you want to check out some more information about that, go to fox17.com. What we can confirm, y'all, is that this weekend's weather is going to be fantastic. All the Easter egg hunts. Ryman has her first Easter egg hunt. We are so excited.
You know we need to see pictures.
Oh, I got all the pictures.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
I'm just making sure, because you can't tease that and then not show us. And you know the bunny at Opry Mills might not be free, but your forecast is free. Let's take a look. What can you expect? Well, you might kind of have a little stuff in your hop like this bunny does here on the graphic here when it comes to how great Sunday is going to be. 80 degrees in the afternoon. We're going to be as warm as 70 by about 10 o'clock in the morning. So morning services, maybe you have brunch, maybe you have an Easter egg hunt that is dialed up for you on Sunday. Every year, Easter can be so hit and miss when it comes to weather because of how it bounces around on the calendar, no pun intended, year to year due to how the full moons work. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? We'll talk about that going into our 7:30 half hour of how the moon dictates when Easter is. If you didn't know that, you can always scan the QR code. What else is free? Not just the forecast, but the forecast on the go. Scan that QR code. You have Doppler radar. You have our hour-by-hour temperatures and our 7-day forecast. We're at your fingertips when you're on the go 24/7. And it's great to have at night when we have thunderstorms in case there are any alerts. Our next chance for storms is Monday night into Tuesday. We'll look at that going into our 7:30 half hour.
Greg, thank you. Let's check in with your Steer Clear traffic update. Earlier, our traffic anchor, Justin McFarland, said, hey, there's a lot less congestion. I think it's because folks are off for Good Friday. But right now, let's take a live look over in Antioch, I-24 Briley Parkway over by the Tanger Outlets. And this area is looking very, very good. We don't have any slowdowns that you need to be worried about. If you're heading out to this area, maybe you're going to do some holiday shopping. You are looking very good. This is, again, I-24 Briley Parkway, Antioch, giving you the green light. Right now, though, let's talk about sports. Looking ahead, Nashville SC is up against a defending champion. That team is last year's Major League Soccer Cup winners, the Columbus Crew. And that matchup is on home turf. Yeah, it's over at Geodis Park. It is tomorrow night on Saturday. The boys in gold are unbeaten at home so far this season, playing 5 matches at Geodis and getting away without a loss. Kickoff against the Columbus is going to be at 7:30 p.m. The temperature is going to be fantastic. A little hot though, so just plan accordingly. Well, coming up during our 7:30 half hour, how Uncle Sam is helping Maryland reopen the port of Baltimore after the deadly bridge collapse. I just want to say thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News, giving you a live and local look over on Lower Broadway. Always busy there. We're your only
showroom on Nolensville Road or highfivebuysnashville.com.
The Good Feet Store, improving people's lives 2 feet at a time.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
We haven't found him yet, so we can't give up hope. We still have to keep looking for him until we find him. We're Sebastian's Army.
Coming up, the United Cajun Navy continues to search for Sebastian Rogers. I'll have those details next.
The sun is up, taking a look at Geodis Park right there, home of Nashville SC. We're taking a look at a lot of things happening around town for Easter week. I'm going to plan it all out for you. A beautiful looking forecast coming your way in just a few minutes from right now.
Steer clear traffic takes us to the north side, 65 at Trinity Lane. Got a car out there that is not having a Good Friday. We're going to tell you more about that coming up in a few. But the rest of us are, or at least we hope you are. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 17 News this morning on this Good Friday, March the 29th. I'm Justin McFarland.
I'm Erica Glover. Fox 17 News, your only local news source from 7 to 9 when everyone else goes network. We stay local for you. And we do want to give you an update regarding the breaking news. We do know the fire over just outside of Franklin over on Albany Drive. That is a deadly house fire.
Yeah, we just got that information in from authorities a short time ago. We understand that the homeowner's parent, an elderly woman, is what we are getting the information on, is the person who has died inside of that house as a result of this fire. The Red Cross is there and trying to assist the family who is now grieving the loss of this particular fire here. So again, one person has died. They are no longer missing. One person has now died as a result of this fire there in Franklin. Crews are on the scene right now trying to find an exact cause. We'll get you more details coming up here as soon as we learn more.
Continuing to make headlines are a group of volunteers, the United Cajun Navy, who say they are not giving up when it comes to finding 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers from Hendersonville.
He is a 15-year-old who does have autism, and crews will be back out there searching for him yet again. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar, live for us this morning out there in Sumter County. She's been in constant contact with the family, investigators. Karen, what can you tell us this time?
Good morning. The Vice President of the United Cajun Navy tells me that they are asking people to come help search for Sebastian Rogers. He says that the meeting point this morning will be somewhere in this area at 90 Volunteer Drive here in Hendersonville, and it'll start at around 10 this morning. He says that's when he will tell people who show up what areas they'll be searching in. He hopes that more people can come because thousands of flyers were passed out to recruit people to find Rogers, and previously he's seen a decline in people coming out to help. Sebastian's dad, Seth, tells Fox 17 News he spoke to TBI but didn't reveal much details. While Seth has been boots on the ground searching for Sebastian, Fox and Friends did an interview with his mom and stepdad confirming they went out of town instead of continuing to search for him, which caused outrage for some people in the community. Here's how his mom responded as to why they left.
There were quite a bit of people that were, sending some very threatening and hateful messages to us. They're following us. They're driving past our house all hours of day and night.
We're also hearing that there is an additional search that is being orchestrated by the public, and we're working to confirm details on where and what time. When we have that information, we will bring it to you. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Karen, thank you. And to get the very latest details regarding Sebastian Rogers, you can get that right at your fingertips. Download our free Fox 17 News app. You can get it by scanning the QR code right there on your screen, and that way you can easily download it. Right now, though, we want to check in with our Code Red meteorologist. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Things couldn't get much better when it comes to weather leading into the weekend, so we'll keep it short and sweet and give you just the big things you need to know. We're heating up. We'll be in the 70s this afternoon. We'll find some 80s this weekend into early next week. Our next storm chance is not until Monday night into Tuesday. Between now and then, nothing to worry about other than just making the plans and enjoying yourself. Comfort, no humidity, barely even a breeze outside. Warmer nighttime temperatures tonight in the 50s, and we'll stay in the 50s and 60s for nighttime temperatures until Tuesday. Afternoon highs right near 80 degrees on Saturday and on Sunday. We'll talk about that timing of storms Monday into Tuesday, and my first thoughts on any potential severe weather coming your way in about 5 minutes. Justin?
All right, Greg, steer clear traffic for you this morning on the north side. Let's get to it. I-65 at Trinity Lane. That is just north of downtown. You can see it for yourself. That is where there is one disabled vehicle there on the shoulder. It's got a flat tire. We were watching it drag itself along the shoulder of the road a little bit earlier this morning. Other than that, we're doing okay. I-40 at Fester's looking good. We're checking near Franklin coming up in a few.
A nonprofit government watchdog group called OpenTheBooks.com, they have found that Metro Nashville Schools has been spending more on security services the last couple of years, as schools remain, as we understand, the #1 target for ransomware.
Big concern for a lot of school officials out there, as we are joined this morning by Jeremy Portnoy from OpenTheBooks.com to break down the findings. Jeremy, what do you know?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. So our researchers at Open the Books, we found that in 2022, Nashville schools spent about $1.8 million on information security. That's firewalls, endpoint protection, anything that helps protect their computers. And that was a big price jump. Usually they're only spending about $1 million or less per year. And last year that cost was only $400,000 because they still had so many contracts on the books from back in 2022.
Okay, well, a lot of school districts would say this is very much necessary. I'm curious, though, did y'all do any research into what other districts are spending and give us kind of a comparison here?
Yeah, cybersecurity is turning into a big deal all around the country. If you look at this nonprofit, the $74 million, they just reported that schools are now the top target for hackers because a lot of them have shoddy security systems and a lot of them will pay the ransom to get their kids' data back. So IBM says that cost is usually about $4.5 million if there is a data breach. So we also looked into Las Vegas, the schools there. They've got a huge school district. There was just a big data breach that ended with lawsuits from the parents. So this year, the Clark County schools, they doubled their security spending all the way up to $21 million per year. And all around the country, you've got 100 bills going around state legislatures right now, all about cybersecurity. So we'll be keeping an eye on those and keeping you updated.
All right, Jeremy Portnoy from OpenTheBooks.com. We appreciate it, sir, very much. Very interesting topic to talk about. That's a lot of money going out there. Well, rebuilding the Baltimore collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge. Authorities are now telling us it could take 18 months to several years. We're getting an update on that story from Baltimore.
Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans are all in stock. Get 2.9% financing. Search your local Honda dealer today.
This Fox 17 This Morning newscast is sponsored by Eurostone.
7:39 is the time, and we do have a breaking news update out of Baltimore, as important work is already underway when they start to determine what is next after the bridge collapse. So we are going to take some looks over there. Crews say that it is imperative to clear the channel of debris to get Baltimore's ports back open. Meanwhile, the Federal Highway Administration, they are beginning to speak with the Maryland Department of Transportation as well, and the Port Authority about constructing a new bridge. Well, crews say there's not an exact timeline as of right now, but time will certainly not be wasted.
I think we can rule this out being a days and weeks, and if it is months, it's going to be many, many months. So I would say we're probably in the 1 to 2 year time frame, but does that become a little bit shorter, a little bit longer. That will depend on what we discover as we move forward.
All right, just have to wait and see. President Biden, though, pledging funding for this rebuilding effort. But he says he's going to need help from Congress in order to get that funding. Experts predict it could cost up to $1 billion. The Biden administration says that they're going to go ahead and lay the groundwork for getting work in place, those contracts ready to go.
Steer clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get the very latest out there on I-65 at Boers Lane. This is down there in the Franklin area. We're looking wide open and nice out there. If you've got any early morning business to take care of down there in Cool Springs, you're doing just fine. Remember, it is Good Friday, so that means a lot of places that normally would be open have either closed or going to be opening up late this morning, so that leaves a lot less people on the roads. We're going to continue to follow things with traffic and let you know whatever it is that could get in your way, live and local with you through 9. One thing that could get in your way that's not necessarily on the roads, but it's at the gas pump. Gas prices are still on the rise, and according to AAA, this morning, the national average price for a gallon of gasoline has climbed up to $3.50 a gallon. Now, if you look across the map here, you could find it a lot lower than that here in Nashville. Industry experts say demand usually increases as the weather warms up, and we're certainly starting to see that. So we want to make it easy for you to find some of the lowest gas prices here in your area across Metro Nashville. We've got some places listed out here for you. So the cheapest gas prices we're seeing tend to be to the north of town here. We're certainly seeing that this morning here. Places just north of town, like this is going to be Madison and Goodlettsville here, just to the north, and not quite Goodlettsville yet, but certainly Madison on the north side of town. You can see prices there at $3.03 there. Then once you get up and over towards the near the Opryland area, right off of Gallatin Pike, $3.16 in that area. Even got a $2.98 right here just north of Briley Parkway there as you make your way in. Other prices tend to be more expensive once you move to the south side of town. That's where we start to see the 3 teens. Look at all this $3.19, $3.13 down there in that area just south of downtown. So heads up, if you're looking for cheaper gas, the northern side of town tends to be a little bit more friendly these days. Well, coming up, Greg Belbus will have the very latest look at your forecast. It's turning out to be a gorgeous start so far to your Friday, and it's a new era.
For $209 a month, or get 0% APR or $1,500 bonus cash. Visit your Middle Tennessee Hyundai dealer today.
There are so many jackpots at Oak Grove Gaming, it's winsational.
$7:45 is the time here on this Friday morning. News from the economy this morning. More Tennesseans started the second month here of 2024 with the job as employment numbers continue to improve across the state.
We're taking a closer look at new information from the Labor Department showing unemployment claims are down in all 95 counties. According to the information, Moore County had the lowest unemployment rate at 1.9%. It's a story we're updating over on Fox17.com.
We'll also have an update this morning on competing bills that want to do away with property portions of the state franchise tax. Now, both the House and the Senate are taking a look at this particular bill there at the state capitol. It would allow companies who have applied for rebates to go ahead and get those rebates. The Senate version lets businesses go back 3 years to the tune of $1.5 billion.
Well, the new House version should add 2 years, cutting the potential rebate $800 or $800 million. This is on the table because federal courts have raised questions about the legality of this part of our tax. Listen here.
We've positioned ourselves very well in the event we do have a lawsuit. You know, the courts generally, when you're looking at the constitutionality of a statute like this, they're going to see what the state has done. And we have put together a reasonable plan to compensate the taxpayers.
Well, the Senate bill has now passed. The House version of this is up for a vote in the Finance Committee coming up next Tuesday.
All right, how about a positive story this Good Friday? We're taking a look over on Fox17.com, our Facebook page. Big Tony's Pizzeria is located in Cookeville. They're stepping up to help 3-year-old Connor Stokes as he starts an aggressive chemotherapy treatment. Yeah, the pizzeria took to Facebook explaining how Connor had been diagnosed with leukemia back in November of last year.
Big Tony's held a fundraiser for the Stokes family last year, but Connor's treatment will have him and his family going to the hospital every few days. If you would like to help, there's a link for the family right there on our website, and you can visit that at fox17.com.
Right now, though, we're checking in with our Code Red meteorologist, Greg. I do have an update regarding the Easter Bunny at the mall. It's not free.
Oh, so
I want the parents to know.
It's free to see the bunny. It's just not free for the picture.
You can see the bunny.
You can see the bunny.
But if you want a photo with the bunny,
yeah, if you want to get close,
parents, cough it up.
He's like scanning a QR code on his vest or something. I'm very curious, but no, that is happening at the Opry Mills Mall later on this weekend. We're talking about a really good forecast for everything, whether or not you're doing the Easter things or just trying to get outdoors and enjoy some really improving weather hour by hour. Take a look out the door this morning, 44 degrees at 8 a.m., 49 degrees at 9 o'clock. We'll be at 59 at 10, sunshine the whole time. Or maybe you're just getting out of town. Or picking up someone, big destination place for us here, especially on the holidays. Taking a look, BNA, Nashville International looking good all day long, 72 degrees at 3 p.m. So our weather locally is not going to be a cause for concern when it comes to delays. Only 6 of them on the big board right now. Temperature holding right near 40 degrees. Not much wind, just coming out of the south here. So flights into Nashville and out of Nashville hopefully can continue on this course for the rest of today. Wash or wait. Maybe you just kind of, get the car fixed up a little bit here and looking pretty here for a couple sunny days. Yes, yes, and yes. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all look good to go when it comes to that. No rain until Monday, late in the day. We're talking almost Monday night into Tuesday is our next chance for some showers and storms. Overnight temperatures go back into the 50s and 60s the next 4 nights. And we'll keep talking about the next couple of days, that Monday night into Tuesday weather maker. That will be our next chance to have to watch out for storms.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's take a good look at what we're dealing with out there at I-40 at Festers Lane, just east of downtown Nashville. As you can see there, traffic moving along pretty well over there from the east side. It is Good Friday. A lot of people have the day off, so that leads to lighter than normal traffic levels out there. This is 65 at Trinity Lane. We've been watching this poor person sit in their car for the last couple of hours with that flat tire. Hopefully help will be there for them very, very soon. We'll continue to watch other parts of the road coming up here a little bit later.
Right now, though, it has been an emotional month for the family of 22-year-old Riley Strain. We talked about this story last week when they discovered his body. Well, they're going to have funeral services today, and the community support is just outpouring from folks across the country.
This morning, we're speaking with Father Jim Sitko. He is from the Missionary Mercy Pope Francis Church there in the Kentucky area, and he has been following this very closely. And Father, Good Friday to you. Wonder, have you had a chance to speak with the family as of yet?
Sure. So I spoke to both Riley's father and stepfather several days ago, and I offered, to help them in any way with the funeral expenses of their son and stepson. And I believe that it is something that we are called to do as a people, as human beings, to assist one another when they are down and broken and hurt. And so they were very, very gratified. I don't know exactly what I will be doing yet, but I did make the offer to them.
Well, Father Jen, I'm curious, you talked about how you were stepping up to help this family. You're located over in Lexington, Kentucky, and we have pointed out to the support from across the country. What message would you share with folks who are asking how they can help this family? I know you had the opportunity to speak with them. Please tell us.
Sure. So, I'm rooted in Lexington. However, I travel 300 days a year. So, I am all over the world, and it was while I was over in Detroit that I learned about Riley. Borders have no boundaries. I mean, your heart has no boundaries. Christ's love has no boundaries. And so I have the opportunity on behalf of Pope Francis to be able to help people at times in need like this. And I just reached out through social media. I didn't know if I would be able to reach them or not, but that's the good thing about social media, is that the right people saw it and the right people got me in contact.
Well, it's not often we get to hear good things about social media, Father Jim.
That's
so
true.
We'll leave it right there on that particular note. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning, Father Jim there from Lexington, Kentucky.
And we do also want to make sure that we let you know that according to the obituary, a visitation is going to be held today from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. We have that information if you're interested in reading more over at fox17.com.
Well, Fox 17 News this morning, of course, following this story from the very beginning. And again, as Erica mentioned, you can go to our website, just search Riley Strain for the very latest information about that ongoing story.
And we are still following the breaking news out of Franklin, showing you a live look where rescue crews are fighting a deadly house fire. We're going to share what we've learned so far and how it's impacting Albany Drive, what homeowners need to keep in mind there as well.
Plus, Greg Bulbis,
former U.S. Marine. You can trust them. I knew when you'd say something to me, I didn't have to wonder if you were telling me the truth.
Hey, take a look at this. While we are experiencing some nice sunny warm temperatures over this weekend, Milwaukee, not so much. Look at this. They're picking up Easter eggs in the snow.
Listen, they're much easier to find. Because of the bright color of the Easter eggs against the white snow. You can find them rather easily that way. Of course, they've got several inches of snow from earlier this week up there in the Midwest. Greg Bulbis, you've spent some time up there, and so has Erica. Let's not kid ourselves. Erica's talked about South Carolina and Florida and all that. Yeah. She's been in the Midwest up there in Pennsylvania. You know, it still snows this time of the year.
It still snows, but I don't like it. Easter eggs.
That's why you're down here.
No argument with that.
No, I will take the warm weather this weekend with a nice Easter egg hunt over at Cheekwood.
And it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. I'm telling you, here back home, our pictures are going to look so different than that video. It's going to be almost one of those night and day kind of things here. We have nothing colder than 50 degrees ahead of us once we get out of this morning until Wednesday of next week. Not a single hour is going to be colder than 50 degrees in Nashville. There you go. 72 later on this afternoon. Warmer than yesterday, mostly sunny. Sunset at 7:07. You're going to get it from right now all the way through sunset. Barely a cloud in the sky. So when to mow? You can do it today, tomorrow. You can do it on Sunday. That also goes for gardening. We'll talk a little bit more about that next half hour, going into our 8 o'clock half hour. Just know that the forecast is looking pretty good for the weekend from start to finish. Above average, upper 70s near 80 on Saturday and Sunday. Those morning temperatures in the 50s. No worries for any indoor or outdoor plans for the next 48 to 72 hours.
Steer clear traffic as you get out and about this morning. Want to let you know about whatever may be going on the interstates, and it's not a whole lot right now. We're okay. This is going to be the very latest happening here at I-24 at Waldron Road. As you can see, traffic there flowing along just fine. No big problems in that direction. We do have something that we've just picked up north of town that we're going to have to get into a little bit later, but it's going to be I-65 as you make your way through the Millersville area. We understand we do have a crash up there that may be slowing traffic down just a little bit. Coming down from White House, we're going to get you a drive time and a map and all that coming up here in the next few minutes.
All right. Well, Greg talked about the warm weather and you talked about the snow, and I don't want the snow. But listen, the Mid-State's largest water park has some help wanted signs out as they look for folks who are going to fill some of those big positions this summer.
Now, of course, we're talking about Nashville Shores. They're having a job fair that's coming up here tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. over there at their park in Donaldson. Now, the company needs, listen, 400 seasonal workers. Each candidate who's actually completes an interview will receive a one-day water park pass that will be valid for the month of May. So there's an incentive to go out and apply there at Nashville Shores.
There you go. Also happening this weekend, along with all the Easter festivities at Cheekwood. Cheekwood in Bloom is still happening right now. It is their 12th annual event. Nashville's Botanical Garden is celebrating the warmer weather with none other than this annual springtime festival. If you want to get some more information about their big Easter event that's happening on Saturday, you can go to fox17.com. But just know that guests are going to expect to enjoy the tulips, the warm weather, the food trucks, a lot of Easter eggs, of course. A lot of folks are going to be out there enjoying the temperatures this weekend.
Well, did you know almost 2/3 of fourth graders in the United States struggle to read at grade level? That's why Fox 17 and our parent company, Sinclair Broadcasting, are partnering up with Reading is Fundamental to support children's literacy. What you want to do is scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen right now, and that will take you to our virtual book drive. That way you can try to help us complete our mission, trying to help children read across America.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Coming up, you'll hear from Seth Rogers, Sebastian Rogers' biological dad. Sebastian is the 15-year-old with autism that has been missing for over a month now in Hendersonville. Plus, you'll hear the latest on the search for him.
Coming up, a week after Riley Strain's body was found in Nashville, the college student's funeral is going to be held today. How his family says others can honor his memory. Greg.
Forecaster going into Easter weekend could not look much better, but I've got one thing to look at next week. The potential for stronger storms we'll find in your forecast.
Thank you so much for waking up with us here on a busy Friday morning on Fox 17 News. It's Good Friday. I'm Erica Glover.
And I am Justin McFarland. Fox 17 News is your only live and local news source with you from 7 until 9. Jen Waddell has the day off.
We do want to get started right now with another breaking news update. We are live over in Franklin, just outside of Franklin, really. The Williamson County Fire Rescue Team, they are busy responding to a deadly house fire. This is just outside of Franklin over on Albany Drive. We do understand that one person has died. We're told it's the homeowner's parents.
They describe her as an elderly woman. The Red Cross is assisting with hotel arrangements as his family is now grieving the loss of their loved one here. The investigation into the cause of this fire is still ongoing, but you can see from these live pictures that the house is a shell of itself. You can see from the front yard straight through the backyard, the entire house gutted by this now deadly fire. And again, investigators looking into why this happened.
We're also following some more breaking news update here on Fox 17 News this Friday morning. We're talking about the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, that 15-year-old out of Hendersonville.
He has been missing now for about a month. The question is, where did he go and what's being done to try to find him? Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar live for us this morning out there in Sumner County with a group of people who are trying to find him this morning.
Right, and Seth Rogers, Sebastian Rogers' biological father, tells Fox 17 News that he's not giving up hope on finding his beloved son. VP of the United Cajun Navy tells me that their mission is to helping give Sebastian Rogers' family some relief in such a dark time. So they will be continuing the search, and that search will begin at 10 this morning, somewhere in this area behind me at 90 Volunteer Drive. He tells me there was a decline of people showing up, but are hoping now that thousands of flyers have been passed out for Rogers, more people will show up today. They say when people show up, that's when they will be directed on where to go. Seth tells Fox 17 News that he spoke to TBI regarding his son's case, but can't disclose much. He also answered whether he or Sebastian's mom or stepdad are being investigated as potential suspects. And he tells Fox 17 News that the investigation is still ongoing and that there isn't any information that would attach them to any wrongdoing. Now, on top of this search by the United Cajun Navy, we also know from a Facebook page that's dedicated to Sebastian Rogers that the public is conducting a search of their own. That'll be at 9 or 10 o'clock today on Walton Ferry Road here in Hendersonville. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
All right, Karen, thank you so much for that update there. Fox 17 News, we have been on top of this search for Sebastian Rogers since day one. If you want to go ahead and catch up on our previous reporting, go to fox17.com and search Sebastian Rogers.
Well, happening today, the funeral for Riley Strain, that 22-year-old University of Missouri college student who went missing in Nashville weeks ago. Well, he was found about a week ago, and now people from Nashville and far away, they're all banding together. Of course, they're supporting the family, supporting his friends, and today they are going to be saying goodbye with a formal funeral out there in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah, so many folks are wondering, how can I get involved? How can I make a difference? So we do want to take a live look to let you know about the funeral arrangements that are being held over in Springfield, Missouri. Okay, so when we talk about the visitation, we do understand it starts this morning, 11 a.m. Riley's family is asking for donations to be given to the Missouri Department of Conservation in his honor as a dedicated volunteer for wildlife.
They also wrote in his obituary this quote: "The happiness he brought to those around him will be forever remembered." All right, let's get to Greg Probus. He's standing by with a look at your forecast here for this holiday weekend. A lot of people taking the day off and trying to enjoy this warmer weather.
And they'll be able to do that not just today, but tomorrow, Sunday, and even the daylight hours of Monday. All of them warmer. We're going to be in the 70s today and near 80. Yeah, well, 80 degrees near it on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So everything trending up. This is the last morning in the 30s and 40s. Right side of your screen, we've kept it kind of cold this morning again, but that's done. 50s overnight tonight. Nearly perfect this weekend. You don't get much better than nighttime temperatures in the 50s and afternoons right near 80 with no rain and no humidity. That is your Easter weekend. Taking a look at 45 right now. We have gained 6 degrees in the last hour, and we're going to continue to climb until we hit those 70s later today. Taking a look at a few more hometown temps. A few spots still stuck in the 30s, but you'll rebound very quickly as well. All of us soaring above 70 degrees later on this afternoon. And we know the rest of this weekend, but I want to show you the 7-day forecast, not just the good, but also the not necessarily cause for concern, but the day to watch. Monday night into Tuesday, our next chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Potentially stronger storms. Do not let anyone overhype that for you or scare you. Hearing about bad weather 5 days in advance can cause 5 days of anxiety. Just know we're watching Tuesday, and if it is a day that we have to take more seriously and talk about severe weather, we'll know getting out of the weekend. Until then, please enjoy the next couple of days. They're going to be fantastic.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. We are telling you about the very latest thing happening out there on the road. This is going to be 24 Waldron Road, and we are watching traffic moving along very nicely out there. We continue to try to follow that crash coming down from the north side of town, from the area from Franklin, Kentucky, back into Nashville. We understand there could be a small crash there in Millersville. We're going to be checking that out, but your overall drive times right now looking pretty good. 27 minutes in from Franklin right now. We're also looking at the very latest happening with 51 minutes coming in from Murfreesboro and also 25 minutes in from Mount Juliet.
We're sharing a message from State House Republican leaders to Covenant School families. This morning they're saying we are not finished. Well, the message, we understand, comes 1 year after the deadly Covenant School shooting at the private Christian school located over in Green Hills. House Majority Leader William Lambert says lawmakers remain focused on school safety, but he also says legislation can take time. He points to what's been done so far, including $200 million in school safety grants, funding to keep people found incompetent to stay in trial and custody, and a change in school fire alarm protocols to hopefully prevent active shooter situations.
Prayers without works doesn't bear fruit, but when you're working on issues that actually improve safety, that's good work to be done, and so that's what we're going to continue to do.
Now, we have also heard from multiple Covenant families who are continuing to push for things like expanded background checks, and they're also asking for faster progress.
Well, coming up, Wilson County school leaders are weighing the pros and cons of keeping students in school during the upcoming solar eclipse. We're going to tell you about the compromise they reached to try and make everybody happy.
And a quick reminder, Fox 17 News, your only local station with traffic and weather updates live from 4 all the way up until 9. Up next, our Code Red meteorologist tracking temperature.
KentuckyTourism.com.
This Fox 17 newscast is sponsored by the Nashville Preds.
At 8:10, Fox 17 News, we do have a positive breaking news update regarding an endangered child alert that we did share with you as breaking news. So take a look at your screen at the photo here. TBI letting folks know that 15-year-old that you're seeing here on the screen, his name is Isaac Steele. He has been found safe. TBI sharing an update on social media saying that Isaac Steele was found safe over in Bridgeport, Alabama. They also went on to just thank everyone for helping to spread the word. But again, that 15-year-old has been located and is reportedly safe.
Bridgeport, not too far from the Tennessee-Alabama state line down there. A total solar eclipse is coming up on April the 8th, and schools across the mid-state are trying to figure out exactly how they want to deal with that event. Well, Rutherford County Schools has decided they're going to dismiss schools for the day. That way parents can decide exactly how they want to handle that solar eclipse in whatever way they want. But the Wilson County School Director says he wants to handle things a little bit differently. He wants to keep schools open. Here's why.
And this is one of those decisions I'm not going to make everybody happy. I get that. But I believe we need to be in school. I've talked to bus transportation, one or two has mentioned a little bit of concern, but it's really hard to see that sign in a bus unless you were driving right into it. From where we're at in the path, I just feel like we need to stay in school.
Now, he also went on to say if parents want to keep their student at home on that particular day, it will be considered an excused absence for educational purposes. The board is hoping to vote on this particular policy coming up here next week.
8:12 your time, and if you are going to check out the eclipse here, make sure that you do have the glasses. You still have time to get them online. They do not cost all that much, but they can do a great deal to help you out. You can actually look at it as it is happening. You cannot use regular glasses. What you do not want to do is replace these with whatever you wear in the car. Not going to help at all, even a little bit. So make sure that we have the proper eyewear, and do not use eclipse glasses over a camera. You're going to think, what do you mean by that? Oh, you know what I mean. The people that are going to have their phones out and have the glasses in front of the phones to take the picture of the sun, and they're still looking through the viewfinder, it magnifies the sun. So your eyes are going to get hurt even more doing it that way. So that's not the way you want to do it. You want to get a proper filter to use with any camera, whether it be a phone or the camera of your choice. You can get those online as well. Gardening forecast. Getting out in the yard later today, go for it. Temperatures will be in the 50s the next couple of nights, which is good. And we also have temperatures that will be in the 70s, right near 80. Just know that any watering you're going to do with any plants you've got outside right now has to be done by you. The next chance for rain, not until Monday night into Tuesday.
Steer clear traffic. We are following a slowdown on 65 as you make your way down from Millersville. We're going to tell you where the crash is and the best way to steer clear. Plus, a topic that has gained mixed reviews. We're going to tell you how. .816 is the time. Live look there over the Germantown area. That is First Horizon Park, home of your Nashville Sounds, as they are preparing to hit the field coming up next week. They'll be hosting the St. Paul Saints over there at the ballpark. Of course, they'll be opening up their season today in Toledo, Ohio, taking on the Mud Hens. But then after 3 game sets, they'll be back here next week. Fox 17 going to be very involved. We've got a giveaway night, and we've got fireworks, and Erica Glover throwing out the first pitch. Woo! All happening next week there at First Horizon Park.
Right now, though, in health news, March is Endometriosis Awareness Month, and it's really an opportunity for all women to understand more about this condition, what symptoms to look for, and potential treatment options.
Right now, joining us is this morning Rachel Van Meter. She is a nurse practitioner at Centennial Women's Group right here at the TriStar Summit. And what are the symptoms of this? What should women out there be looking out for?
Good morning. That's actually a great question. One of the main symptoms that you're looking for with endometriosis is going to be pain. Unfortunately, so many young women and women of all ages think that their cycles should be painful, and that's normal, and you just need to grin and bear it and tolerate it. But unfortunately, having moderate to severe or even debilitating pain that requires you to miss school or work is absolutely not normal. And that would be something that you should go into your doctor to get evaluated and look at treatment options. Other side effects for endometriosis would be pain with bowel movements, pain with urination, pain with intercourse, again, really characterized by that pelvic pain. And then also it can lead to infertility.
Rachel, I'm curious. I was doing some research and I was reading that it impacts 1 in 10 women, but it can go undiagnosed, as you were talking about there. Is there a particular age range that this is impacting more and more, or are you just seeing it across the spectrum, all age ranges?
It really is all age ranges. The average age of diagnosis is, about 25 to 35. But unfortunately, it is something that you're seeing it early on, right when you're starting your menses. But again, we don't know that that's abnormal, and it takes time for people to come in and seek help. Or they've asked other people, such as they've gone into the ER and the diagnosis is just getting missed.
Is there an exam or what happens next? An OBGYN? Or what's the next step?
I would recommend consulting with an OBGYN. The traditional method of diagnosis is surgery, unfortunately. So that would be doing a laparoscopic procedure to make small incisions in the abdomen to look inside and see if we see those pockets of endometriosis and take a sample to send off to the lab for testing. Thankfully, medication and treatment options have progressed. So we have medicines that can help to turn down the estrogen in the body and basically not feed those pockets and improve the symptoms. And then we can assume that is the diagnosis without having to do surgery.
All right. Rachel Van Meter, thank you so much for joining us this Friday morning. As we wrap up March, definitely want to get this information for folks.
Without question. Let's get to Greg. He's standing by with a look at your forecast. Here is Greg. We're certainly shaping up to be a nice day. It's a great start anyway.
A great start, going to be a great end of the day, great start to the weekend. Maybe people have the day off and we're going into a longer weekend. All of it looks good. So we'll take a look at three other things that are looking nice this morning. We have our dogs of the day. We've got Taz, Hank, and Ace, sent in by Allie from Lewisburg. All three pups, get ready for a good dog walk here because the entire morning, afternoon, and evening are suited for it. You can get out there, get a couple extra sniffs and a couple extra blocks maybe even of a dog walk. Taking a look, 59 degrees at 10, 63 at 11, 67 degrees at noon. And as always, you can send in your dog of the day photos on Facebook. Meteorologist Greg Bobus, the pin post up there. Many of you have already done that just this morning. So keep sending them in and we'll keep giving you a dog of the day every day here on Fox 17 News. Taking a look, Easter egg hunts. We're talking about noon on Easter Sunday. We'll be at 73 degrees middle of the afternoon. We'll be all the way up to 80 in the middle of the day.
Well, across the state of Tennessee this morning, Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has signed a brand new law that now revokes several recently passed police reforms in the city of Memphis.
Well, city leaders have gone ahead and passed new ordinances after the beating death of Tyree Nichols at the hand of police following a traffic stop that happened last year. Now, among the laws voided, a measure that would keep officers from stopping someone for a minor violation like a broken taillight. Governor Lee backed GOP lawmakers who said while tragic, the Nichols case should not limit how police conduct stops.
Well, up next on Fox 17 News this morning, we continue to follow the breaking news out of Williamson County. That is where one person has died after a house fire there. We will have more updates from the crews coming up in just a few.
Vehicle, you need to know this. They are not waiting to investigate. Don't let them tell your story. I can help. Call us at 615-242-9000.
Welcome back. 8:24 is the time, and a heads up for travelers. TDOT says they're going to suspend all interstate construction for Easter weekend because of all the anticipated increased holiday travel. TDOT crews and contractors are going to stop all construction that requires lane closures. They did that yesterday. It's going to go through Monday, April 1st. That's no April Fool's joke, okay? 6 a.m. It's going to provide maximum roadway capacity, they say, for folks to just get out there and not have to worry about too many delays over the holiday weekend. Now, if you're staying in town and maybe you're looking for things to do, how about the Easter Bunny? Yeah, Opry Mills offering photos with the Easter Bunny today and tomorrow. The bunny is going to be ready, outfit and everything. 11 o'clock to 7 p.m. You can make reservations online or just show up. I wouldn't do that because, man, that bunny is going to be so busy. It's inside Opry Mills. It's entry 2. If you want to go to fox17.com, we do have the updates. I know my family, we are looking forward to all the Easter egg festivities, you know, the church services, all of that. The weather is certainly going to cooperate, Greg.
And you really, really want that, especially with the little one, to be outside for
we don't want mud.
Easter egg hunts. You don't want all that stuff. Nothing to worry about. Really, it's going to be honestly picture perfect. Because it'll be maybe a cloud or two out there, so good for pictures, not completely sunny. I call them clouds for curb appeal.
You know what, though? I'm thinking about that bunny. Maybe you can put the bunny suit on, and you just, I bring Ryman. Maybe? No? Okay. Give it some thought.
You don't put it past me because you know I probably would do it. Taking a look, you're getting you ready for your Easter weekend. And we do look very good. Whether you're going to Opry Mills to check out the Easter Bunny, whether you're going to maybe Cheekwood for Easter egg hunting or whatever you might have planned. Maybe it's not nothing to do with Easter itself. This is your Sunday forecast. 80 degrees. The bunny's kind of cuter than I am. We'll let him do his thing. Taking a look, partly cloudy though. Like I mentioned, any cloud cover you see on Sunday is not a lead into any rain. Nothing needed in terms of rain gear. Very nice and warm. What you will want to have though is the Code Red weather app for Monday night into Tuesday. Scanning that QR code right there on your screen. And that's going to be helpful because that's our next chance for some thunderstorms. And right here, right now, I can tell you, I'm not 100% booked on us having severe weather on that Tuesday, but I'm getting indicators it's a day to watch. That's what we'll call it. One of those days to not forget that we'll have storms on Tuesday no matter what, and that is how you'll be able to get alerts straight to your phone overnight if we do end up having a strong storm or two. You can also get real-time weather updates very easily from myself, Brett Luna, and Chief Meteorologist Katie Morgan on our X pages. Twitter is always the best place to go to get breaking weather as it happens in real time.
Greg, thank you so much. Always looking ahead for us. 827, do want to check in on your steer clear traffic. Now listen, a lot less congestion is out there because folks have Good Friday off. But right now we are showing you a live look. This is I-40 Fessler's Lane east of downtown, and really not noticing any much of a severe slowdown, so to speak. Not too much of a brake check. This area looking good, but of course we are keeping our eyes on all of your traffic conditions. We'll have more updates throughout 9 a.m. Let's talk about sports though. Looking ahead, Nashville SC is up against a defending champion. That team is last year's Major League Soccer Cup winner. We're talking about the Columbus Crew, and that matchup is on home turf at Geodis Park tomorrow night, Saturday. The boys in gold are unbeaten at home so far this season, playing 5 matches at Geodis and getting away without a loss. Kickoff against the Columbus Crew starts at 7:30. Weather should be good.
Have we ever vacated an entire board of a university before?
More controversy at the state capitol after the House voted to replace Tennessee State University's entire board of trustees. Details on Governor Lee's legislation and what's next. And thank you. Taking a live look over on Lower Broadway, talking about the Predators. Oh, they didn't win last night, but what about this weekend?
William Byron, and you're watching Fox 17, Nashville's home for NASCAR.
This Fox 17 newscast is sponsored by the Higgins Firm. You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
We haven't found him yet, so we can't give up hope. We still have to keep looking for him until we find him. We're Sebastian's army.
Coming up, I'll have the latest on the search on the missing teen from Hendersonville.
Our forecaster, look at that blue sky. Try finding a cloud, I dare you. That is how we're going to be most of this weekend, but the clouds and rain do return next week. We're talking thunderstorm chances next week in your forecast.
Steer clear traffic takes us to I-40 at Fessler's Lane, just east of downtown. Looking really nice as you get out and about there. We're going to tell you about some other areas of town for your traffic coming up in a few.
But first, we're going to thank you for waking up with us here on a Friday morning. Good Friday on Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover.
And I am Justin McFarland. Fox 17 News, your only live and local news source with you 7 until 9. Jen Waddell has this Good Friday off.
We're going to get started by letting you know about our breaking news situation that we've been following for hours now. This is out of Williamson County, where crews are busy responding to a deadly house fire just outside of Franklin.
This is on Albany Drive. We understand that the victim is the homeowner's parent. They describe her as an elderly woman. The Red Cross is assisting with the family to get them hotel arrangements. Crews were only able to make an exterior attack on that fire, and as you can see, just from the shell of the house that is left, that exterior attack simply was not enough there. Crews are continuing their investigation to see exactly what caused that fire.
Making headlines still are a group of volunteers, the United Cajun Navy, who say they are not giving up when it comes to finding 15-year-old that is missing out of Hendersonville, Sebastian Rogers.
Today, they will be searching for yet more clues in the case of this missing boy. Let's get out to Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar, who's live for us this morning with the latest details on the search.
Good morning, Justin and Erica. About 15 minutes ago, I just spoke with someone who tells me 27 people showed up in yesterday's search, and you can still see some of the supplies, water, snacks, and boxes that are filled with these flyers of Sebastian Rogers. He tells me that all of these supplies are expected to be used again today. The VP of the United Cajun Navy tells me that the search will begin at 10 down the road here on Volunteer Drive, and they are asking for more people to come out today. Sebastian's biological dad, Seth, tells Fox 17 News he spoke to the TBI but didn't reveal much details. While Seth has been boots on the ground searching for Sebastian, Fox and Friends in an interview with his mom and stepdad confirms they went out of town instead of continuing to search for him, which caused outrage for some in the community. Here's how his mom responded as to why they left.
There were quite a bit of people that were, sending some very threatening and hateful messages to us. They're following us. They're driving past our house all hours of day and night.
A Facebook page dedicated for Sebastian Rogers also indicated that there'll be another search for him today at around 9 or 10 in front of the Walton Ferry Arboretum. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Okay, Karen, thank you. To get the very latest on updates regarding Sebastian Rogers and the ongoing search efforts, download our free Fox 17 News app. We have a QR code for you right there on the screen. You can go ahead and scan it, and that way you can easily stay informed and download our Fox 17 News app.
In the meantime, let's get to Greg Bobus. He's standing by with a look at your forecast.
And the big three things here in the weather story is that we're heating up. Temperatures were stuck in the 60s the last 2 days. Today, we're going to be in the low 70s. And then let's find some 80s, multiple 80-degree temperatures here in our near future. We'll find them momentarily. Excuse me. Next storm chance going to be Monday night into Tuesday. Until then, not a drop of rain that we have to worry about. Good lunch afternoon here for us. Look at how quickly we get warmer. Right side of your screen, we're still talking 30s and 40s, but we'll be at 63 at 11, 67 degrees at noon, and 69 degrees at 1 o'clock with nearly unlimited sunshine. Good looking day. Maybe you want a potato for lunch. That's to do with our curious question this morning. I know. Take a look here. This is no joke. In the 1890s, potatoes were so valuable that they were often traded for what? Potatoes were traded for what? Gold, silver, platinum, or diamonds? I'll have the answer for you coming up in your big forecast in about 15 minutes from right now. And I'm not kidding, that actually was the thing in the 1890s. 72 degrees today, 79 tomorrow. Those 80s that I said we'll find, there they are. Sunday and Monday right near 80 degrees.
Still clear traffic out there for you this morning. Let's get you out to I-65 at Trinity Lane there on that north side. Traffic starting to stack up a little bit, but again, the Good Friday holiday has left us with a fairly light traffic flow there this morning. We are dealing with a bit of a crash, though, happening to the north of us. This is going to be I-65 near the Millersville area. We are dealing with a crash there that has slowed traffic down. The best way to steer clear is using Highway 31. That'll get you past it. Once you get down to Long Hollow Pike, you'll be in much better shape as far as dealing with the traffic flow from there.
I believe that people who look like me or who have the best interest for me should represent my university. Why does something like that have to be said? Why does it take a student each and every time to say this is not what we want, and why hasn't it been heard?
Well, a heated debate inside of the Tennessee House of Representatives as Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has now appointed brand new board members to the Tennessee State University Board of Directors. This is after the House voted to vacate the board.
Well, the move coming with criticism by past and current students over at Tennessee State University who feel the change will adversely impact them. House Republicans believe, though, it's a step in the right direction, pointing to financial mismanagement.
The optics of this are horrendous.
To look at, we're having a new
All right. We are also learning more about what led up to this. Just 7 months after the university president, Glenda Glover, announced her retirement for this spring is when this move happened. The governor, again, has already appointed brand new board members. If you want to read more about this, you can go over to our website at fox17.com.
The total solar eclipse is less than 2 weeks away, and some folks are confused about who's going to
0% financing for 72 months on new Nissans here.
The Good Feet Store, improving people's lives 2 feet at a time.
8:40 is the time here on this Friday morning, looking ahead to the total solar eclipse that's coming up on April the 8th. There are some people on social media who seem to be a little confused about who's going to see total darkness and who won't. Our Code Red meteorologist Brett Luna is shedding a little light on this issue.
Well, the answer is it really just depends on where you're at. If you're within the path of totality, this is a total solar eclipse. If you're outside the path of totality, this is a partial solar eclipse. A total solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and Earth, directly lining up. It totally blocks the face of the sun, and the sky gets a lot darker. Unfortunately, no one in our viewing area here in Middle Tennessee or Southern Kentucky is getting a total solar eclipse. We'll be getting a partial solar eclipse. A partial solar eclipse means the moon is still passing between the sun and Earth, but they're not going to directly line up. It'll be just a little offset, so we'll be seeing more of a crescent-looking shape. We'll get between about 90 to 95% coverage for our area at the peak. This means that 90 to 95% of the sun will be covered. Even though it's only a 5 to 10% difference, it won't be near as impressive as what's happening in the path of totality. Folks in the path of totality are the only ones that'll get a great view of this. Here in Nashville, the eclipse will start around 12:44 p.m. on April 8th. We'll hit maximum coverage, which is about 95% coverage, around 2:03 p.m. For Nashville, this partial solar eclipse is going to end at 3:20 p.m. We're not too far from the path of totality, so if you're up for driving 2 or 3 hours, you can head to somewhere like Paducah, Kentucky, or Carbondale, Illinois. Both are in the path of totality. Reporting in Nashville, Brett Luna, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
All right, Brett, that'll be a big event coming up here in just a few days. In the meantime, steer clear traffic, not a big event today at all. I-24 Waldron Road looking really nice driving down from Rutherford County. And also want to update you on that drive coming down from I-65 through Millersville. Bit of a slowdown there because of a crash. You can take Highway 31 to steer clear. Well, we are watching your weather as well. Code Red Mirages. Red Mirage's Greg Bobus is standing by with a look at your forecast here as you get set for your Easter weekend. Or you can check out the conditions.
And get away now before these deals are gone. Lease an Elantra for $179 a month or get 4.49% APR or $1,000 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Welcome back, everybody. With warmer months ahead, the Maury County Animal Shelter, they are asking for help.
Kim Rafa is here with us this morning. She's the director at the Maury County Animal Shelter, and she's brought a special guest here. Kim, who do we have with us this morning?
This is Onyx. He's 3 years old, and he is just a really great dog. He is the typical black dog syndrome that sometimes people are afraid of him because of his size. And I wanted to bring him in today to show everybody what a big baby he is and how he is just a really lovable, great pet.
Can we get him to stand up and
Sure.
do a little
Sure.
sit stand?
Come on.
Onyx.
Up. Hey.
And you were talking about how Onyx is very well trained.
Yes.
He's ready to go. What family should come in and adopt Onyx?
So Onyx is great with kids. He's great with female dogs. He loves to ride in the car. And a lot of the misconceptions, because a dog this size, you would think that he needs lots of exercise. He actually just wants to be with people and attention.
And he's a big slobbery fella too.
I know. The bubbles are extra.
And he's a big boy too, so make sure you get plenty of food here for Onyx. Now, you've got more than just Onyx down there at the Maury County Shelter.
Yes.
You guys are rather full right now, as a matter of fact.
Yes, we are full. We seem to fill up very, very fast. We just had a bunch that went out to rescue, but we filled up immediately. There's, it's that time of year where strays are running, and people need to come look for their pets at the shelter or spay and neuter your pets, because that is, a way to keep them home.
Do you think that Onyx will let us put the bunny ears on?
I think he'll let you.
All right, Onyx, you got to show off your bunny ears.
Come on, Onyx.
There we go.
It's the Easter season. There you go. So Onyx is up for adoption, and so are a lot of other pets over there at the Maury County Animal Shelter. And they're getting set for their huge adoption events coming up here. They've got Mule Day coming up here next weekend, right?
Yes, Mule Days is next weekend. Stop in the shelter and see us. The pets are actually Thursday going to be in a contest, a pet contest for Mule Days, which is going to be really fun.
I was trying to give him some treats.
I know.
If you want to check out some more information, though, we do have this. We're going to post Onyx, of course, over on our Fox 17 website, fox17.com, and hopefully we can get Onyx adopted. We have a good luck.
I know. You guys are good luck.
He won't last long.
Yes.
Onyx is going to find a forever home here in about 15 minutes. Watch and see. In the meantime, let's get to Greg Bobus. He's standing by with a look at your forecast.
That we do. We're going to go curious question right into forecast, and you guys just made me jealous over there. You had the best part of the morning in my eyes. Taking a look here. In the 1890s, this was your curious question I asked a little while ago. Potatoes were so valuable in the state of Alaska that they were often traded for what? Ounce for ounce. Potatoes were traded ounce for what? Gold, silver, platinum, or diamonds. And there was the Alaskan gold rush that happened in the late 1800s. People would quite literally trade sacks of potatoes for an ounce equivalent of gold. Don't go getting your significant other potatoes for the birthday, though. It's not going to replace the gold. Taking a look, Geodis Park, home of Nashville SC, looking good so far this morning. Not much to really worry about getting out the door. Maybe you're going to grab the golf clubs, get outside and have a tea time this morning, afternoon, or evening. What are we getting into? No wind, which is good. 49 degrees here, closing down the 9 o'clock hour. 67 degrees at noon, and 72 for any late day tea times. Whole day looking good. And tomorrow, almost a carbon copy of this, just a little bit warmer by about 5 degrees at each of these time periods. So tomorrow's a good day for some golf too. Maybe you finish up the golf game when you're heading home and you're going to fire up the grill and toss some potatoes on it. There you go. Taking a look at your forecast. We do look good. We'll have temperatures that'll be in the upper 60s to right near 70 throughout the entire evening. Fast forwarding to Sunday. Afternoon might be an Easter egg day for you. If it's an Easter egg hunt kind of a day, 73 degrees at noon on Easter Sunday, 80 degrees at 3 p.m. and temperatures holding steadily in the 70s all the way through 6 o'clock. No rain, no cloud cover for the weekend. However, Monday night into Tuesday, keep this in mind as we enjoy all the good weather for now. That's the next chance to see a few showers and thunderstorms that move in, and cannot completely rule out any potential for strong storms at this time, so we'll keep our eyes glued to Tuesday for you.
Steer clear traffic for you this morning. Let's get out and about here to the east side. This is going to be I-40 at Fester's Lane, just east of downtown. You can see traffic moving along there very nicely on that drive. No big problems over there on that east side. Glad to see it, but we are experiencing some problems there on the north side. This is going to be I-65 as you come down through the Millersville area. We are dealing with a crash there near mile marker 100, 101. So heads up. You could try to take Highway 31 as the best way to steer clear as we continue to follow that drive in. Hopefully they can get it clear very soon. Keep in mind, construction going to be suspended for the weekend as a lot of people getting out and about for the Easter holiday.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, new this Friday morning, a bill expanding your power to make a citizen's arrest is moving forward in the state Senate. Right now, Tennessee law allows regular folks to arrest violent criminals when police are not around. But it is illegal for you to use a gun when doing so.
Well, there's a senator named Frank Nicely who is sponsoring the bill that would change that. It would allow people to use a weapon during a citizen's arrest. He says it's not being stronger than a criminal that shouldn't keep you from arresting them.
And it would just allow someone to hold someone who committed a crime against them or a violent crime against someone else, hold them until the law got there.
Well, the Senate Judiciary Committee passed the bill by a 6-3 vote. Over the objections of some law enforcement officials and even prosecutors, the companion bill is set to come up in the House subcommittee on Tuesday.
Well, over on our Fox Nashville X account, we're asking, should Tennesseans be allowed to use a firearm during a citizen's arrest? As of right now, 59.4% of you all are saying no, but you still have 5 hours to let us know what you think. Again, that's over on our Fox Nashville X account.
Well, coming up a week after Riley Strain's body was found on the west side of Nashville, the college
cars, SUVs, trucks, vans are all in stock. Drive KBB.com's best value brand now with payments from $239 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Happening today, loved ones are going to be coming together for the funeral of Riley Strain, the 22-year-old University of Missouri student who went missing in Nashville weeks ago. People around Nashville and from far away are now coming together, really remembering him and supporting family and friends.
Now, his body was found just a week ago in the Cumberland River. That funeral will be held in Springfield, Missouri today at 11 o'clock. They're asking for donations to be given to the Missouri Department of Conservation. Well, we are also trying to figure out a couple of other things, of course, in relation to Riley Strain. For more details about this, you can always go to our website at fox17.com.
We have some more information regarding the father and son double drowning over in Perry County as well, a story we're following. Police identifying the two victims, 31-year-old Michael Ryan Tucker and his 4-year-old son, Michael Allen Tucker, both pulled from the Tennessee River hours apart.
So they say they are trying to figure out exactly how the two ended up down there. They believe it was a fishing.
Go to asadeals.com.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
She's been on before, even back when she was 13 years old. She's now 19. Emy Sunshine.
Hey, thank you for having me back.
You know, I feel like every time you come in, it's like you and I talk more about the gear than we do about your album.
It is kind of how it goes. But, I mean, we're having so much fun. We can't help it.
Right. And also, I mean, you play, I mean, we're both kindred spirits on playing kind of unique instruments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Including the tipple that you have on your lap.
Yes, the beautiful Martin tipple.
Right.
It's a 1927. It's gorgeous.
It is just so pretty.
It is. I love it so much.
You've had like such a storied career on all this stuff, and I want to make sure we talk about also your brand new album that came out this last year, Sideshow. I mean, your voice just keeps getting better.
Thank you.
But I understand also there was a lot of cost on the producer and engineer for this one.
Oh yeah, lots of costs.
Kind of went deep on this one.
Went deep on this one. Yeah, the producer was me on this one.
And your dad was the engineer.